Hello everyone, welcome to What If Ichigo Got One for All and Went to My Hero Academia World movie. Before we start, please go support CarlosManuelMamaniQu for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Ichigo is a male. Chapter 1 Prologue. My name is Ichigo Kurosaki. Since I was born I knew the word heroism, since all over the world people were born with quirks. That was more than 300 years ago, and when the villains appeared the government formed a new profession, and that is how heroes were born. When I was 4 years old my mom and dad took me to the doctor to see what my quirk was going to be, but it turned out that I was born without one. My mother apologized to me crying, "Masaki, I'm sorry Ichigo, I'm sorry." I didn't really care, although it did discourage me since I dreamed of being a hero, and when I turned 6 my mother died tragically. Nobody knew what happened, or at least that's what I thought, until I turned 15. From a very young age I could see ghost souls wandering the streets. I thought that was my quirk, but I was wrong. When I turned 15 and I was on the street I saw an explosion. I approached and a creature came out of there. I ran, but then I saw a girl in a black kimono cut it in half. When I saw her I was impressed, but then I noticed that no one else could see her. When that day passed, at night she came through my window. We talked, and she explained to me that she came from the Soul Society, and that she was a Shinigami. At first I thought it was a lie, but then I discovered that it was all true when she gave me her powers so that I could protect my sisters. Then I decided to help her in her work. We lasted like that for a few weeks until other Shinigami came for her. There I found out that by giving me her powers she had broken the laws of the Soul Society, and was going to be sentenced to death. With the help of other friends and a Shinigami with a hat I managed to get to the Soul Society and rescue her, but in doing so we all discovered that everything was planned by a traitor captain of the Soul Society, Sosuke Aizen. When Rukia's sentence was lifted we all returned to the human world, all except her. Then other incidents came: the bound Ryukai Muramasa, the kidnapping of Inoue Hollow World, the battle against Aizen, the loss of my powers Jinjo, and finally the Quincy's. When we finished the 1,000-year war my dad, who was a Shinigami, had lost his powers against Iwak the Quincy Kings. Several defeated captains, and they also stole my powers before he died. When I presented myself before Kaiaraku the captain commander, they told me that I could not return to the Soul Society, since it would close the Senkamen. Since we fought against Aizen in the human world, the people, heroes and villains, could see the hollows and Shinigami. That is why they preferred not to return, also that their powers could not return. Ichigo felt defeated and did not want to separate from Rukia. I tried to convince Central 46, but her decision was absolute. She said goodbye to everyone, including Rukia. I could not tell her everything I felt at that moment. When I returned I was 17 years old. I did not know what I would do in the future. I did not know what to do until I met the hero I admired since I was little. Ichigo, All Might, what are you doing here? All Might, Kurosaki Shounen, I came to talk to you about something very important. Ichigo, and that would be it. All Might, I want to give you my power. Chapter 2 USJ. Ichigo, his power, what are you referring to? All Might, boy, there's no need for you to keep pretending. I don't know if you remember, but a year ago, when that villain attacked the city and I couldn't move, you did, and you confronted that villain. A memory comes to Ichigo. Ichigo, yeah, well, I can't do that anymore. I lost all my powers a couple of weeks ago fighting someone stronger. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen could tell me everything. Ichigo hesitated but needed to vent, so he decided to tell him everything, shedding a few tears. All Might, I understand it's hard to believe that they are Shinigami, but seeing everything that happened and those hollow creatures roaming around there, it's imaginable. I will believe you, so I want to know if you want to be my successor. Ichigo, I wanted a quiet life and my time has passed. I am 17 years old, not 15 anymore. All Might, I have influences at UA, and they allowed you to study there in room 1A, although you will have to adjust because classes started 1 week ago. Ichigo, I'll have to think about it. All Might, until you think about it, take this. All Might, eat it. Ichigo. Ichigo doubted it, but in the end he ate it, and something in his body started to emit rays. Ichigo, what is this? All Might, that is my power now. You are the new bearer of One for All. One for All is a torch that has been passed from generation to generation, accumulating power. Accept it with pride and train until you can master 100% of my power and more. All Might left in a jump. Ichigo, I finish one problem and I get into another AAA. Ichigo went home and lay down in his bed to sleep. The next day he was getting up. Karen, Ichi, you're not going to be late. Ichigo, I'm coming. Ichigo went downstairs, had breakfast, and left. When he arrived at Karakura High School, he met up with all of his friends, Ishida, Chad Inoue, Mizuhiro, Ishida, Kigo, and Tatsuki. Ichigo told them the offer he had. Inoue, well, I don't know, my quirk is the one to heal just like my powers, so I honestly don't know. Ishida, it's a joke, it's an opportunity that you don't have every day, it's your dream as a child or not. Kurosaki. Ichigo, Ishida. Ishida turned his head. Chad, Ishida is right, opportunities like this don't happen twice. Kigo, you have to go. Ichigo. Mizuhiro, that's true, you can't waste this opportunity. Ichigo, they agree. Mizuhiro, of course. Ichigo, same as I don't know if I should go or not, I'll think about it more thoroughly. Ichigo said goodbye to his friends and left the institute. When he passed by the cemetery he went in, bought some flowers and went to his mother's grave. When he arrived he sat down and prayed for her when his father appeared. Ichigo, Dad? Ishin, I knew you'd be here. Ichigo, why were you looking for me? Ishin, I had something to tell you. Ichigo, what is it? Ishin, when your mother left this world I felt empty, but something she never did was watch over the well-being of those she loved. When they told us you had no quirk, and your mother apologized crying even after that, she did not stop trying, so the day she died by great fisherman I was going to take you to a hospital to be evaluated again. There is no one son, no one who wanted you to be a hero more than your mother. Ichigo began to have memories. Ishin, your friends told me about the offer, don't you think it's time to choose your future? Ichigo, I will accept the offer for Mom and for me. Ishin, so it is said I will not be able to help you in this, you will be alone. I know nothing about quirks or anything else. Ichigo, I always wrote down people's quirks. I will be the hero that Mom wanted me to be. Ishin, that's it. Ishin said goodbye to his son and left. Ichigo sat finishing praying and then entered the forest and saw several trees. Ichigo, first let's see what this quirk allows me to do. Ichigo activated it. Ichigo, the energy in my body is amazing, it feels more than good now. Ichigo hit a tree and it broke. Ichigo, one for all, stored the energy and releases it. One for all, full calling 20%. Ichigo jumped and jumped, ran and ran, hit and hit everything he saw. Ichigo, I can even more. Ichigo, one for all, full calling 60%. Ichigo punched the air, a torrent destroyed several trees and part of a rock. Ichigo, incredible, one for all, full calling 100%. Ichigo began to feel a little heavy, but he hit quickly and ran something that no one could notice. Ichigo, I can master 100%. Like All Might said it would be difficult to master it. Maybe it's because of my spiritual energy. It doesn't mean I lost it, but it's still strange. Ichigo trained all day and did so for 1 full month until his body changed. Ichigo, I finally did it. I'll talk to All Might to get into the UA, but I don't have his contact. I don't have his number. I'll have to go to the UA. Ichigo left and began to walk to the UA. Upon arriving, Ichigo sees the UA. Ichigo, this place is outrageously huge. Ichigo walked up to the door and spoke to the security guard. Guard, what can I do for you? Ichigo, I came to talk to All Might. They told me he works here. It's urgent. Guard, I'm sorry, but All Might isn't here right now. He's at the USJ. He left a few minutes ago. Ichigo, I understand. Thanks. Ichigo turned back and began walking until he passed by the USJ. Ichigo saw someone force the doors open and ran out. Ichigo, what happened to him? Ichigo continued on his way until he saw part of the USJ being destroyed. Ichigo, I wonder what kind of quirk would do that. Maybe I'll take a look. Ichigo jumped up to the roof of the USJ. When he saw the whole place. Ichigo, but if it's huge, what is that? Ichigo, this doesn't look like a classroom. I've never seen that thing before. Ichigo looks around the place and sees some students lying down and other men trying to attack them until he hears. Villain, ha ha ha, let's kill these students already, All Might. Ichigo, damn it, I'm going to get into trouble. Ichigo jumps off the roof and lands on top of a villain. He quickly hit the villains surrounding them and knocked them out. Ichigo at a speed that they couldn't see him knocked out the villain who was interfering with communications in the tower. Ichigo helped the students until he saw how the Noma was crushing All Might's head. Villain, Noma, kill him, oh. Ichigo quickly approached. Ichigo, if you hadn't given it to me you wouldn't have had this problem, but you trusted me, then I will trust you, smash. Ichigo hit the Noma and made it back off a bit. All Might, Kurosaki shounen. Ichigo, I went to look for you at UA and they told me you were here. I wanted to see how they trained, but I was surprised to find that they were being attacked. All Might, arigato Kurosaki shounen. All Might grabs his rib. Ichigo, it's the wound, right? All Might, so you noticed. Ichigo, rest. All Might, you must remain the symbol of peace for a long time. You must remain number one. The peace you achieved must not end. If you allow me, I'll take care of this thing. All Might, I have no more time left. All Might began to release smoke. Ichigo broke the ground and raised the earth to cover All Might. Ichigo, stay here and guide your students. All Might, Bakugo shounen, Midoriya shounen, Todoroki shounen, help the others, and Aizawa we will take care of here. Midoriya, but Bakugo, let's do what Deku says, let's hurry. Todoroki, yes. The three of them carried Aizawa and helped the other students. Villain, who are you? Ichigo, the question is who are you, why are you here, and what is that thing? Villain, my name is Shigaraki Tamura and the reason we are here is to kill the symbol of peace. All Might, Noma, kill him. The giant thing launched itself at Ichigo. All Might, watch out, Kurosaki shounen. The Noma was about to hit him, but it moved quickly and hit him in the head and threw him to the ground. Ichigo saw how Kurojiri had a portal underneath him, so he pushed himself on the Nomu and backed away. Ichigo, your quirk is very annoying. Kurojiri moved to catch Ichigo in his quirk, but he... Ichigo, you won't have me with that. Ichigo moved quickly and hit Kurojiri in the stomach. Kurojiri was slammed into the ground. Ichigo saw the Noma coming at him, so he collided his fist with his, but he didn't even move. Shigaraki, ha 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 ha, Noma doesn't have just one gift, he has more, and that's his shock absorption. You won't be able to do anything to him. Noma was created to kill All Might at his 100%. Ichigo, so that's it, thanks for the tip. Shigaraki, what do you mean? Ichigo, I just have to give 120%. Ichigo and the Noma began to rapidly hit each other. Both hit each other equally, but Ichigo was slowly winning. Ichigo, mind, this pain is unbearable. I don't have much time. Ichigo increased his speed and strength. Shigaraki, it's not possible. Ichigo and the Noma continued exchanging blows, and Ichigo's affected the Noma more, who could not regenerate from the blows. All Might, he's hitting him in all points consecutively so that he cannot regenerate. Ichigo, mine, since I was little I dreamed of being a hero. Those dreams were overshadowed by my lack of a who, and when I met Rukia and I could be a Shinigami, those thoughts came back to me. Masaki, I'm sorry Ichigo, I'm sorry son. Ichigo, mind, it is not like that, mother, there was nothing to forgive, you gave me everything and even sacrificed your life for me. I am the one who should apologize to you, I am the one who should thank you for giving me all your affection and love. I can only thank you in one way. I am going to become the greatest hero in the world, and I will make sure that wherever you are proud of me, that you are proud of what your son became. Ichigo increased the power and speed of his blows even more. Shigaraki, how can he stop and hurt Noma curse? All Might, mind, what power is how I can use the power of one for all in full and more. Ichigo, mind, I must end this now. I do not want to say it, but since I am All Might's successor and from now on I will study to be a hero, I think it suits me perfectly, plus it is the motto of the school I am going to enter. Ichigo stopped hitting the Noma, and he could no longer move from the blows. Ichigo, it's over. Noma plus Ultra Detroit Smash. Ichigo punched the Noma and it flew through the roof of the USJ. Ichigo stood there. Ichigo, Yuani. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen. Ichigo, I'm fine but I can't move. Ichigo watched as Shigaraki lunged at him. Ichigo, mind damn if I don't move. Ichigo tried to move but couldn't when Shigaraki was about to touch Ichigo. Midoriya, A. A torrent of fire. Shigaraki dodged it, and was about to touch Ichigo but 4 shots sent him to the ground. Kurojairi, Shigaraki Tamura. More shots were coming so Kurojairi covered him. When they saw above, Tenya Lida, Class 1A representative, arrived with reinforcements. The teachers who were heroes had appeared. Kurojairi created a portal that took him and Shigaraki to them. Ichigo, TCH escaped. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen. Ichigo saw it. Ichigo, Midoriya right. Midoriya yes. Ichigo, thanks for the help. If it weren't for you I would have been disintegrated. Go with the heroes please and help me. I can't move. Midoriya, I'm going. All Might, arigato. Ichigo, I made a decision. All Might, I will be your successor. I will become a hero. All Might, I'm glad to hear that. The road will not be easy. Ichigo, lose and I love challenges. All Might, how much power can you handle? Ichigo, I can control 100%. I thought it could be less but 100% makes my body weigh me down. I can move but it is difficult for me. Once I have mastered it I have it up to 95%, and now that I use 120% I can move. My whole body hurts. All Might, how do you stand it? Ichigo, I've been worse. All Might. All Might, when you recover we will go to UA to talk to the principal. Ichigo, good. Ichigo turns and sees all the students hugging. Ichigo, those are your students. All Might, yes, and your future classmates are kids who need to learn and improve in order to be better. Ichigo, that's what teachers are for, right? All Might, yes, that's what we are here for. I'm sure they will be great heroes, eh? Ichigo, you're okay. All Might, yes, but now because I wear myself out my time as a hero will be reduced. I just hope not much. Ichigo, that wound was not done to you by a simple villain, or yes? All Might, no. Ichigo, I assumed with the strength and power of this quirk it was logical that a common villain would do you so much damage. All Might, me? Ichigo, it's okay if you don't want to tell me now. I will wait until you are ready so you can tell me. I know this power came with many responsibilities and many more obligations. I will not ask you to tell me everything from now on. I will wait for you to be ready so you can tell me. All Might, whoever told you that? I don't think it came out of you. Ichigo, a long time ago a very annoying dwarf told me the same thing. It is better not to pressure someone to tell you. It is better to wait until they have the confidence to tell you. All Might, she was very wise. Ichigo, it was more than that. All Might sees Ichigo. All Might, you fell in love, right? Ichigo, you have no idea how much, but I will never be able to see her again. The ambulance arrives and takes Ichigo with All Might to Recovery Girl. Recovery, you are really stupid. Look at you forcing yourself like that. All Might, I'm sorry. Recovery, well, your boy only has worn out muscles from so much power. A policeman enters through the door. Naomasa, Tashinori. All Might, Ao Naomasa. Naomasa, I came to take your statements. All Might, it's easy. I defeated the Nomu and 2 other villains escaped. Naomasa, you're trying to cover up for your successor, right? All Might, you can't be fooled, eh? I ran out of time. If Kurosaki Shounen hadn't arrived in time we would be dead by now. Naomasa, I understand Kurosaki-san. I understand that you are new to all this, but there are laws. You did not belong to the UA. In the statement it will be changed to other information, but you cannot act alone. You are not a hero yet. Ichigo, I understand, thank you. Naomasa, well, now recover both of you. Naomasa left. All Might had fallen asleep while Ichigo looked at the sky. Ichigo, this is where my path begins. Chapter 3 UA. It had been 3 days. Ichigo was getting up when he saw All Might walk in. All Might, it's time we should talk to the principal. Ichigo got up. got dressed and began to walk with all might to the principal's office. When he arrives, he sees the principal along with 3 teachers. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen, he is the director Nizu, and 3 of your teachers Aizawa with injuries, Vlad King and Midnight. Ichigo, hello? Director Nizu, well, Kurosaki Shounen, there are several teachers who are upset with my decision to admit him without having taken a test like all the entrants, and the truth is I agree with them. Ichigo, I understand if you want me to do a test I can do it. Director Nizu, well, say no more, prepare Area A of the entrance exam. Kurosaki Shounen accompany Professor Vlad King to the test site. Ichigo and Vlad King left and arrived at the area. Vlad King, good luck. With the director. Director, something to say, All Might, regarding my decision of the test. All Might, none. Director. Director, well, this year we have several good students. You will have to work hard in the test if you want to enter. All Might, I want to challenge you, release all the 0 robots you have. Director, well, that's how it will be. Kurosaki Shounen, the test consists of getting the maximum points possible in the time of 30 minutes. There are robots of 1, 2, and 3 points, but be careful with the robots 0 points, they will prevent you from getting the points. Ichigo, understood. Director Nizu, let the test begin. Director Nizu pressed a button and several robots began to come out. Everyone waited for the robots to approach, but Ichigo went out against the robots. He began to hit them one by one, and when the 0 points appeared, Ichigo defeated them with 2 hits. Ichigo continued and continued when 20 minutes passed. Director Nezi, well, Kurosaki Shounen, the test is over. You did it in record time. There were still 10 minutes left, but you finished off all the robots. Come to the office. Ichigo left the area and went to the director's office. When he arrived, Director Nizu, well done, you passed the test and the teachers are witnesses of your strength and ability, so from now on you are a new student at UA. You will be given the uniform and sportswear at the reception. You better hurry up, classes are about to start. Ichigo, I'm going. Ichigo went out and they gave him everything and he changed quickly. Ichigo walked and arrived at the door of classroom 1A. Ichigo, it's very big, hehe. Ichigo knocks on the door. Aizawa, wait a moment, okay, Principal Nizu, let one more student join our classroom, come in. Ichigo enters. Aizawa, he is already 17 years old and never considered being a hero, but Director Nizu gave him the opportunity, so I hope you get along with him and study to be the best heroes. Ichigo, nice to meet you, my name is Kurosaki Ichigo. Tenya, on behalf of the entire Class 1A we welcome you, Kurosaki Ichigo. Ichigo, he thanks. Bakugo, he looked familiar, now I know who he is. Midoriya, who? Bakugo, do you remember when we were in the other school before entering UA there were boys who were older than us who came back beaten despite having quirks? Midoriya, yes. Bakugo, well, they went to fight with other schools but they always came back like that. Karakura High School, he was the one who returned them with those blows. Kurosaki Ichigo. Midoriya, is he a bully? Bakugo, no, but I think he attracted a lot of attention with his hair color. Aizawa, you can sit in the back. Ichigo went to the back seat. Aizawa, well, some heroes are coming today. They'll be coming in soon. Aizawa, they will help you choose your hero name so you can use it now and in the future start, because later I have to tell you something. Everyone chose their usual names. Bakugo got upset because they didn't accept his names. Uraraka, Uravity. Midnight, I like it, it stays. Tsuyu, Froppy. Mount. Lady, I like it, simple and cute. Tenya, Ingenium. Cementos, good name. Momo, Creati. Midnight, excellent. Kaminari, Charge Bolt. Cementos, perfect. Tokoyami, Tsukuyami. Midnight, don't you think it's a little dark? Jairu, Earphone Jack. Mount Lady, good. Shoji, Tentacle. Mina, Pinky. Koda, Enema. Mineta, Grape Juice. Hagakure, Invisible Girl. Ojiro, Tailman. Sato, Sugarman. Kirishima, Red Riot. Todoroki, Shoto. Midoriya, Deku. Bakugo, I have a dynamite. English, midnight. Well, your names are incredible, approved. Now you just need to know what name you're going to use. Ichigo, Zangetsu. Cements, cutting moon, I like it. Aizawa. Thanks for the help. Well, now that you have your hero names, I will tell you the news. In a few days the sports festival will take place. There will be tests, and then the matches. Give your all because people will be watching you on the stands in addition to heroes, and this will help you for the recommendation letters that you must receive from the heroes for your advancement, so get ready. Everyone was happy. Ichigo had finished classes. He got up and left the classroom heading towards the cafeteria. When he arrived, he sat down and started eating his lunch. Bakugo. Hey, you're that boy who left everyone beaten up, right? Ichigo. Yes, it's me. Midoriya. Kaken, don't bother. Bakugo. Can I have your autograph? Everyone Everyone was stunned. Ichigo. You're the boy that your school once brought, right? They wanted you to use your quirk against me. Bakugo. Yes, and in the end you beat them all up. Ichigo. They were as weak as they were pathetic. Bakugo. Oh. Midoriya. Kaken, perhaps you? Bakugo. What are you all looking at? Shiny, I just think he's someone great. Bakugo left annoyed. Ichigo. That boy is funny, hee hee. So the days passed, and the sports festival arrived. Director. Welcome everyone, future heroes. Today we have 3 tests prepared. The first will be a race, the second will be squads, and the last the confrontations towards the final. Everyone to the finish line. Everyone from Class 1A, Class 1B, Class 1C, Tech Support, and more students were there. Present Mike, ready, go. Everyone went out and started the race. The first obstacle was several Zero robots. Todoroki, Bakugo, Midoriya, and Ichigo quickly crossed, destroying some 0-point robots. The others were watching as they left, and the others fought the robots. Present Mike, wow, in front is Todoroki with Bakugo, and behind come Kurosaki and Midoriya. Bakugo, you won't beat me half and half, Shinii. Bakugo kept running. Midoriya used your pyrokinesis to accelerate when they reach a huge hole. Todoroki starts creating ice to pass. Bakugo propels himself with his explosions. Midoriya uses his fire to get there, but Ichigo stays still. Present Mike, Nanny, it seems that young Kurosaki doesn't know how to pass and wait. Ichigo, one for all, full calling 50% now. Ichigo jumps to the other side, passing everyone. Present Mike, incredible step in a single jump, cool, but they still have one last obstacle, Minas. When Ichigo arrived, he began to dodge them all, running. Present Mike, Nanny, how did she know where the mines are? She hasn't stepped on a single one. Ichigo, mind, when I fought Owak I had to do it blindly, that's why I learned to detect changes in the ground and sound. Ichigo ran and arrived in first place, second Bakugo, third Todoroki, fourth Midoriya, so they waited until everyone arrived. Present Mike, those who arrived from number 40 and up can leave, they are out. They were leaving. Present Mike, the next test is cavalry. It consists of one person being carried by their other 4 companions, and preventing them from getting their ribbons that are made with the points they earned in this first test. These are the scores. From 20 points to the first one who had. Ichigo, you have got to be joking, 1,000,000 points, I'm like fresh meat. Everyone looked at Ichigo. Present Mike, get your partners, there are 5 per team, those with a score lower than 80 are disqualified, the entire group. Ichigo teamed up with Midoriya, Tokoemi, Shiro, and Ojiro. Ichigo, Midoriya, you're going up, try to avoid them touching the ribbons, much less having them stolen from you. Midoriya, hi. Present Mike, let the tests begin. Everyone started to move. Ichigo and his group carried Midoriya, who had the 1,000,000 ribbons added to the others. When he saw how Todoroki's group was going for them, he saw how he froze his feet. Ichigo broke the ice, and the others moved, dodging them. Ichigo, Tokoemi, you can use Dark Shadow to steal more tapes. Use it to take the tapes from those who come. Then 2 more groups approached. Ichigo, Tokoemi, Shiro, Ojiro, and Midoriya held on, and Tokoemi stole the tapes. They kept moving until 30 minutes passed. Present Mike, time's up. Students, no. Of the 8 groups that passed, only 4 groups, the others left. Present Mike, it's time to prepare for the individual battles. It will be better if you are ready. Midnight, the battles are as follows. First match Izuku Midoriya vs Shinso. Second match Shiro Hanta vs Shoto Todoroki. Third match Tenya Lida vs Ichigo Kurosaki. Fourth match Ibara Shiozaki vs Denki Kaminari. Fifth match Fumikage Tokoemi vs Momo Yaoyorozu. Sixth match Yuga Oyama vs Mina Ishido. Seventh match Ijiru Kurishima vs Tetsu. Eighth match Uraraka Ochiko vs Bakugo Katsuki. Uraraka was nervous. Midnight, you better get ready. Chapter 4 Sports Festival Confrontations. Midnight, let the first match begin. Izuku and Shinso were on the platform. Present mic, begin. Izuku launched himself at Shinso angrily, but he spoke to him. Shinso, why are you upset? Relax. Izuku, are you serious? You're still asking. Shinso, I got you. Izuku stood still and began to walk off the platform. Tenya, what happened to him? Ichigo, Shinso's quirk is brainwashing. If you start a conversation with him, his quirk activates. Uraraka, that means Dekukuin will lose. Ichigo, no, that boy is very persistent, he won't give up easily. Look. You see how Izuku stopped. Shinso, finish it. Izuku threw a torrent of fire at Shinso that knocked him off the platform. Izuku, that was because of Ojiro. Midnight, Izuku Midoriya winner. They took Shinso away and Izuku left the platform. Present mic, second match Shiro Hanta against Shoto Todoroki. Ichigo stood up. Tenya, where are you going? Ichigo, this fight will be fast. Go with everything, delegate, because I will not hold back. Ichigo entered the locker room when he heard applause. Ichigo, I'm done. Ichigo was leaving when he ran into Todoroki. Shoto, wait. Ichigo stops. Shoto, you are very attached to All Might the number one. If that is so, prepare yourself, because I plan to win this. I have even more reasons to beat you. In my head there is only the image of my mother crying. Your left side is unsightly. That's what she told me when she threw boiling water at me without using my damn father's quirk. I will completely reject it, being the first without using his quirk. No matter what you are of All Might, I will surpass you with just my right side. Ichigo came out to the platform. The two received applause. Tenya, I will win this. Midnight, begin. Lida launched herself at Ichigo, but he quickly moved. Lida tried to follow him with her reciprocal bursts, but she did not reach him. Ichigo, you are good, no doubt you will be a great hero, but I must be better. Ichigo moved and appeared behind Lida and gave him a pat on the back of the head that knocked him out quickly. Present mic, winner Ichigo Kurosaki. In the stands, his father and sisters applauded and screamed excitedly. Ichigo gave them a smile when they saw him. They also smiled. So the match is passed. Midnight, winner Ibara Shiozaki, winner Fumikage Tokoemi, winner Mina Ishido, winner Ijiru Kurishima, winner Bakugo Katsuki. We will have a short break before the quarterfinals. Everyone leaves, then Ichigo sees Momo Yaoyorozu crying on the stretcher in the infirmary. Ichigo, are you okay? Momo, no, I'm fine. Tokoemi completely crushed me. Ichigo, that's true. Momo, how will I become a great heroine if I can't defeat him? Ichigo, you know there are quirks stronger than others, that's true, but there are also weak quirks capable of surpassing the most powerful quirks. Your quirk is to create objects, your only limit is your imagination. Ichigo bumped his fingers with Momo's forehead and left. 2 hours passed. Midnight. Well, we return to the matches. The competitors have been drawn, so these are Izuku Midoriya vs Ibara Shiozaki, Katsuki Bakugo vs Fumikage Tokoemi, Mina Ishido vs Ijiru Kurishima, and finally Ichigo Kurosaki vs Shoto Todoroki. They all saw each other. The matches passed until the last one. Midnight. We already have our 3 semi-finalists: Izuku Midoriya, Katsuki Bakugo, Ijiru Kurishima. Finally, we have Ichigo Kurosaki vs Shoto Todoroki. The two go out to the platform. Present mic. Both have shown their great performance in the Kurosaki vs Todoroki festival, and now start. Todoroki launched himself at Ichigo with his ice. Ichigo dodges him and hits him in the stomach, which makes him back off, but Shoto avoids falling off the platform with his ice. Todoroki, you won't beat me. Todoroki jumped at Ichigo, creating an ice wall. Ichigo only hit the wall, and it broke. Ichigo, you won't beat me like that. Todoroki, shut up, you don't know anything, you will never understand how I feel. Ichigo, calm down. Todoroki, shut up. Shoto tried to hit him with his ice and freeze his feet, but he moved quickly and destroyed the ice. Ichigo, it's your limit. Ichigo hit Shoto and threw him against the floor of the platform. Ichigo, because you want to win. Todoroki, I want to win without my other half to break any ties with him. Ichigo, everyone here broke their limits using their quirk and giving their all, why not? Todoroki, never, this is your power. Ichigo, it's no one's but yours, you don't understand. Todoroki has memories coming back. Mom, you can be whatever you want to be. All Might, children who inherit the gift from both their parents think that the gift is theirs, but in reality it is their own because it is in their blood. That is why I say I am here. Ichigo, it is your power, you and no one but you know your limits, that is what you want to be. Todoroki, I want to be a hero too. Flames began to come out of Shoto's left side. Todoroki, you are crazy, look at you cheering on your enemy in a situation like that. Ichigo, you are incredible, you have a great gift, you just have to go your own way. Ichigo and Todoroki launched themselves one-on-one. Todoroki, Kurosaki arigato. Both clashes caused a strong gust of air that hit the entire stadium. Spectator, how cold. When the wind dissipated, they saw how Ichigo was standing and Todoroki was on the ground. Midnight, winner Ichigo Kurosaki. Everyone applauded. All Might, not only did he win but he saved Todoroki Shounen. What the hell are you, Kurosaki Shounen, you are truly incredible. Ichigo left the platform and entered the locker room. When he passed he saw Ichigo, it's Endeavor, the number 2 hero. Endeavor, I see you won, brat, you beat my son, but I assure you that. Ichigo, baka. Endeavor, what did you call me? Ichigo, you are the number 2 hero, and you caused that trauma to your son. Endeavor, don't get involved where it doesn't concern you. Ichigo, idiot, you don't know what affects your family. I found out who you are. Enji Todoroki, you married Rei Todoroki just for the quirk he possessed, and thus father a son capable of surpassing All Might. That has always been your trauma, surpassing the number 1. Even one of your children died because of your stupidity. Endeavor, don't talk about my family. Endeavor was going to hit him, but he appeared behind him and hit him in the face, crashing him against the wall. Ichigo, you are amazing, Endeavor. Of all the heroes excluding All Might, I always wanted to be like you. Because of all of them, you were the only one who truly tried to surpass him. Ichigo, for me at least you are not a bad guy. You made bad decisions, you lost your family. Endeavor, who are you fighting for? If it is not for them that you became a hero? If it was for power, then you should have been a villain, not a hero. You still have time to fix things with your family, Endeavor, and you better do it before it is too late. Sometimes kneeling and bowing your head is for men, Endeavor. The hatred that your son has for you will not be erased overnight, but try, Endeavor, you can. Ichigo left from there seeing how Endeavor had his head down, and released a couple of tears. Ichigo, you can, I do not know anyone more stubborn than you. Chapter 5 Sports Festival Final. Ichigo had returned to the stands to watch the other matches. The matches continued. Present Mike, the next match is Izuku Midoriya against Bakugo Katsuki. The two were on the platform and everyone was clapping and shouting with excitement. Bakugo, are you ready, Deku? Izuku, of course, Kaken, let's go with everything. Present Mike, start. They both launched themselves, hitting each other and attacking with their explosion and their pyrokinesis. Bakugo, give it my all. Oh, Izuku. Izuku, I'll give it my all. Bakugo. They both launched themselves against each other, hitting each other and burning. In that, Izuku released a whirlwind of fire that approached Bakugo. He released an explosion that destroyed the whirlwind and the fight continued. Uraraka, both are incredible. Kirishima, what destructive power, but Izuku is winning. Ichigo, Bakugo is going to win. Tsuyu, how are you so sure? Ichigo, Bakugo already has an innate talent for fighting, but he's not a zero when it comes to coming up with a plan. Look. Bakugo created an explosion that caused half the platform to rise and he fell off of it. Midnight Winter Katsuki Bakugo. Bakugo helped Izuku up. Bakugo, good fight Izuku. Izuku, yes, but if you defeat me I must continue to level up. They both shook hands. Present Mike, we have the last match of the semi-final Ichigo Kurosaki vs Eijiro Kirishima. Midnight begin. Kirishima launched himself at Ichigo, securing his entire body. Ichigo, your quirk is incredible. Look at that, making your body harder than steel should call you Superman, but against me strength is what matters. Ichigo hit Kirishima in the arm, which caused his hardening to undo. At that point Ichigo continued hitting him in all points until his hardening ended. Ichigo hit Kirishima in the stomach, which knocked the air out of him, and then threw him off the platform. Present Mike, winner Kurosaki Ichigo. Now we have our finalists Katsuki Bakugo vs Kurosaki Ichigo. The finals will be in 1 hour. Ichigo was passing by the infirmary when he sees Shoto, and something he didn't expect to happen. As soon as he saw Endeavor on his knees apologizing to Shoto, who was on the stretcher, he decided to pass by. Shoto, what do you think you're doing? Endeavor, Shoto, now I understand that I have been a horrible father to you and the others. I know it's too late to apologize after bringing Rei to that state, but I promise you that I will do everything possible to get them back. I promise you, Shoto. Shoto looked at him in disbelief. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He just pretended to be asleep. Ichigo was arriving at a store when he sees Lita. Ichigo, delegate, are you okay? Lita was stiff and tears were starting to come out. Ichigo, hey delegate. Lita, I have to go. Ichigo, what happened? Lita, it's my brother who was attacked by the hero killer. Lita ran away. Ichigo, the hero killer stayed, so he reappeared. The League of Villains will try to meet him. Ichigo returned to the stands. Present Mike, let the finalists enter the platform. Bakugo and Ichigo jumped from the stands and landed on the platform. Present Mike, everyone ready go. Bakugo didn't wait and launched himself at Ichigo. He launched an explosion to confuse him, and then appeared behind his back and kicked him, but Ichigo moved quickly and sent him flying. He quickly jumped and kicked him to the ground. Bakugo avoided landing badly and launched an explosion at his stomach, making him rise higher. Bakugo launched more explosions that Ichigo received without moving. When he stopped, everyone saw how Ichigo no longer had the top part of his uniform. Ichigo, that did hurt. Ichigo had his chest area burned. Without wasting time, Ichigo hit the platform, causing a tremor that destabilized Bakugo. Without wasting time, Ichigo launched himself and hit Bakugo repeatedly. Bakugo couldn't counterattack but decides to push himself and uses an explosion to do so that made him rise. Bakugo generated several explosions that sent him to the ground, and there he continued throwing more explosions. Ichigo, you are undoubtedly a born fighter, but you lack experience. Ichigo stood on the platform and hit it, breaking it. Bakugo was going to throw an explosion at him, but Ichigo grabbed one of the remains of the platform and threw it at him. Bakugo destroyed it with an explosion, but Ichigo was in front of him, and with one blow he sent him to the ground, taking him off the track. Bakugo, damn. Ichigo, it was a good fight. Ichigo helps Bakugo up. Bakugo, yes, but you won. Ichigo, we all win. Bakugo, with this the world has seen that the next heroes are not to hesitate, and that will intimidate the villains. That is the objective. Present Mike, it's over. The winner Kurosaki Ichigo. With this the sports festival ends. 3 were on the platform: Ichigo, Bakugo, and Midoriya. The 3 received the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place medals that were awarded by All Might. Bakugo was tied up because he wanted to continue fighting with Ichigo. Thus ended the awards ceremony. Ichigo is at the exit with his family. Yuzu, you were incredible. Anakin. Karen, well done. Ichi and I. Ishin, that's my son, a hero. Ichigo, something's wrong with you, Dad. Ishin, still can't find someone who can do the hospital. Oro Masaki, I'm helpless. What do I do now? Ichigo, you need a construction company, right? Ishin, yes, and I can't find any. Ichigo, I can recommend one to you. Ishin, which one? Ichigo, you see them. Everyone sees Uraraka with her parents. Ichigo. His parents are architects, and they have a construction company. Isshin, Ichigo, Yuzu, and Karen approach. Mr. Uraraka, congratulations, daughter, you did well. Uraraka, yes, although I lost. Mrs. Uraraka, don't be so hard on yourself, Ichigo, you did well. Isshin, excuse me. Uraraka, Kurosaki-kun. Ichigo, hello, this is my father and these are my sisters. Uraraka, it's a pleasure. Isshin, my son told me that you had a construction company. Mr. Uraraka, yes, we do because they need us to remodel a house for them. We will do it. Isshin, no, I need help to build a hospital. Mr. Uraraka, TTA hospital. Isshin, yes, I already have the land, the papers, the money, the authorization, I just need you to start with the work. I have been looking for a construction company but most of them are busy, so I would like to know if you could do it. Mr. Uraraka, yes, of course we can, but give me your number and let's talk about this in a formal meeting. Excuse my appearance. Isshin, no problem, in fact I also came like this, haha, I give you my number, and we will talk about this in a meeting, thanks. Isshin gave him his number, and they said goodbye. Ichigo saw how Uraraka's parents left happily and talking. Isshin, Ichigo, is there something I didn't talk to you about? Ichigo, what is it, Dad? Isshin, you know that the money you received is yours, but you still gave it all to me. Ichigo, yes, why? Isshin, well, since you gave me all the money and the authorization to use it as it suits the family best, buy another house. Ichigo, seriously, that's great. Isshin, if that's why I wanted to tell you, we will move after your internships. Ichigo, okay. Isshin, and how do you do without your powers? Ichigo, well, I had already forgotten about that, thanks for reminding me. Isshin, sorry. Ichigo, no, it doesn't matter, I'm slowly forgetting about Soul Society and everything. I mean, it's not the first time I've lost my powers, but now it's definitive, I'm fine. Isshin, Ichigo, the Shinigami can no longer come back for some strange reason. Humans can now see the Shinigami that happened in the battle against the Hollows. In fact, they keep appearing. Ichigo, if Ishida makes them disappear into the distance without being detected, he's taking care of it. Isshin, then we can get on with our lives. Ichigo, it was time to think about my future. Karen, finally you will do something productive. Ichigo, I always do, Karen. Ichigo, Yuzu, Karen, Isshin, T ha 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 ha. The four of them left laughing together. Chapter 6, Gran Torino. Class 1A was in their classroom. Aizawa, well, these are your invitations from the professional agencies for your internships. In the top one was Ichigo, second Bikugo, third Todoroki, fourth Midoriya, and so on. Aizawa, with those applications you can choose an agency to go to and do your internship. Lita saw the name of the agency. Aizawa, well, that's all you have until the afternoon to submit the application for the hero you want to go with. Tomorrow morning they leave for the agencies. Everyone chose when they all left. Ichigo was thinking, and when he was about to leave, All Might arrived. All Might, I'm here. I arrived like a normal person. Ichigo, mind we can differ in what is normal. Ichigo, what is All Might doing here? All Might, you already chose the agency you are going to go to. Ichigo, not yet. All Might, well, come with me. Ichigo and All Might walked away. All Might, you have another proposal from a professional hero. Ichigo, from whom? All Might, the proposal is from Gran Torino. He was a teacher at UA but only for a year. He was my mentor. Ichigo, Gran Torino doesn't ring a bell. All Might, it's logical. Gran Torino is a retired hero, but he requested his hero license again so he could teach you a few things. Ichigo, fine, I'll go with Gran Torino. All Might, fine, Kurosaki Shounen, see you in a week then. All Might left the application and left. Ichigo, well, classes are over so I'd better go home. Ichigo left UA and went to his house. When he arrived he sat down to dinner. Isshin, someone came to visit us. Ichigo, Urahara. Urahara, Kurosaki-san, how are you? Ichigo, fine, but what are you doing here? Urahara, I just came to visit. Ishin, sit down, dinner is ready. Urahara, arigato. So they had dinner together. Ichigo was outside seeing Urahara off. Ichigo, take care, Urahara. Urahara, in fact, Kurosaki-san, I came to deliver something to you. Ichigo, what is it? Urahara hands him a case with 5 syringes. Ichigo, what is this? Urahara, you will be able to use these syringes to heal someone who is on the verge of death, as well as heal any wounds. Ichigo, why are you giving me this? Urahara, because I know that now you are going to be a hero and it is a world full of dangers and you know it, so that is why I give you this. Ichigo receives it. Ichigo, thank you. Urahara, Cutie Kurosaki-san. Urahara left. Ichigo entered and put the syringes in his backpack. The next day, Class 1A were at the bullet train station to go to their practices. Aizawa, well, it depends on the evaluation of the heroes if they pass or fail so they can take their final semester exam. Class 1A, hi. Izuku, if you need to talk to someone you have us, Lida-kun. Uraraka, you know you can count on us. Lida, yes, see you. Lida left with a gloomy face, worrying Izuku and Uraraka. Ichigo got on the train and it left. 4 hours passed until he reached his destination. He went to the address All Might gave him. When he arrived, he opened the door and saw someone lying down. Ichigo, Nanny is dead. Gran Torino, I'm alive. Ichigo, he's alive. Gran Torino, who are you? Ichigo, and he didn't tell All Might to come. Gran Torino, you're Tashinori. Ichigo, he's in bad shape. It's better if I tell All Might his situation. Ichigo comes out and takes out his cell phone. He was about to speak but feels someone grab the briefcase of his suit. Ichigo, what are you doing? Gran Torino, use one for all and face me. Ichigo, mind, apparently he's pretending. Ichigo activates one for all at 100%. Gran Torino, I see that you have mastered one for all up to 100%, but what happens is that you can't move fast. You're slow like Tashinori, that's why you're here. Gran Torino moved around the room, moving quickly. Gran Torino, dodge my blows. Gran Torino moved quickly. Ichigo dodged him. Gran Torino, mind, he's very skilled at detecting my movements. Ichigo dodged him for 5 minutes until they stopped. Gran Torino, well done, brat. From what I see, you're skilled, so from tomorrow I'll teach you my techniques and movements to make you faster. Ichigo, hi. Gran Torino, good for now, sleep. So 2 days passed where Ichigo trained until exhaustion. Gran Torino, well done, these 2 days you have mastered all my movements and techniques. It was a pleasure, Kurosaki. Ichigo. Ichigo, the pleasure was mine, Gran Torino sensei. Gran Torino, since we still have 5 days, we'll go to Shibuya. Ichigo, the most dangerous neighborhood in Tokyo in Japan. Gran Torino, yes, it will be an environment suitable for you to move freely. Let's go, the train is waiting. Gran Torino and Ichigo got on the bullet train. Gran Torino, we'll arrive at night, so you better sleep. Ichigo closed his eyes. It was 2 hours before Ichigo opened his eyes. Commentator, next stop, Hosu City. Ichigo, The delegate chose an agency here. Then several explosions are heard. Citizen, what is that? Citizen, what is that? Ichigo, what is going on? Then something passes through the train as the smoke dissipates. Ichigo and the others see a tiger hero lying on the ground and a Noma on top of him. Ichigo, Noma, what does this mean? Gran Torino quickly jumped and moved until he hit the Noma and took it outside. Gran Torino, help the heroes below, and be careful. Ichigo, Gran Torino. At that, Ichigo was thinking about why they would attack Hosu. In that he sees more explosions when he jumps off the train and uses his speed to land in the center where things were exploding. Ichigo, what is this? They are more Nomas than possible. Watts' heroes surrounded them, and then he sees the manual hero. Ichigo, the one in charge of the delegate, but where is he? Hero, careful, the fly sky. Ichigo sees how a car was going to fall on a hero and moves quickly and takes him out. Hero arigato. Ichigo, do not worry. Hero, what are these things? They are very strong. Ichigo hit 2 of them that sent them against the wall. Hero, who are you? Are you a hero? Not who are you? Ichigo, I am from Yue. I am training with Gran Torino. I have authorization to use my quirk in this chaos. Hero, I understand, thanks. Ichigo, let's end this. Ichigo launched himself against the Nomus, but another one came flying from behind and slammed him into the ground. Ichigo, again you're not you, there's more like you were supposed to be in prison. Ichigo kicked him and slammed him into the ground. Nomu, a yoku. Ichigo, what are you saying? Nomu, a yoku. Ichigo jumped and hit him. Ichigo, I'll stop you. At Yue. We see All Might doing paperwork, but Naomasa enters. All Might, Naomasa, are you here? What do you need? Naomasa, I came to tell you something. All Might, sit down, I'll serve you. English, Naomasa, arigato. All Might, well, what did you want to talk about? Naomasa, they already analyzed the DNA of the villain known as Noma. All Might, seriously. Naomasa, if he was a villain, murderer at least 6 times, robberies, grapes. All Might, and that thing he became. Naomasa, experts say they used bioorganic technology on him. All Might, so him. Naomasa, when they checked his quirk along with his DNA, they realized that they did not add the quirks by DNA or something else, but that they received it. All Might opens his eyes. Naomasa, Nomu is supposed to be created to receive orders, but someone else gave him the quirks that he has. I think you know who we're talking about. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he's still alive. All Might breaks his glass and looks at the window. All Might, that guy survived and is now back. All Might clenched his fist. In Hosu, Ichigo was fighting the Noma. Ichigo fought him for 8 minutes. Ichigo, give up already. Ichigo quickly hit him with his fist in 4 points that made the Noma fall. Ichigo, learning the pressure points to put someone to sleep from Gran Torino helped me, that added to the fact that my fist reaches deeper, I could knock out the Noma. Ichigo at that moment felt a murderous pressure. Ichigo, this pressure, there is a murderer around here. I don't remember the last time I felt a murderous pressure, but I think it was when Kenpachi released his Bankai. This doesn't compare to his, but it must be dangerous for those who are nearby, thinking, well, the only murderer I had heard of staying the hero killer, I better hurry. Ichigo started to move. When he passed where the heroes were fighting the Nomus, he only saw the Nomus burned on the ground. Ichigo, someone burned them. Ichigo jumped through the walls of an alley. When he reached the killing pressure, he saw the heroes on the ground unable to move. Endeavor Gran Torino manual natives saw Lita Todoroki and Midoriya on the ground, and other heroes and police officers. Ha ha ha, I have no limits, and I will kill anyone who is not a true hero, and you are not. Ichigo, Stain. Chapter 7, Ichigo vs. Stain. English, Stain, die. Stain had launched himself against the heroes and police to kill them, but Ichigo arrived quickly and hit him in the face that sent him against the wall. Gran Torino, boy. Ichigo, Gran Torino, what happened? I don't think a simple assassin has done this to top heroes and being more in number. Gran Torino, be careful, if he cuts you and licks your blood he will paralyze you like us. Ichigo, I see, so paralyzes by drinking your blood, I understand. Endeavor, wait brat, you can't fight him, he will kill you. Ichigo, what do you suggest? Endeavor that I go and let him kill them, that does not make him a hero. Stain leaves the wall. Stain, that hurt, who are you? Ichigo, I am the one who will stop you here and now. Stain, try it. Stain launched himself against Ichigo, but he moved through the walls quickly. Stain, mind, he's fast. Stain began to move at the same speed. Ichigo, I see why you were able to cut Gran Torino, and Endeavor, you are fast. Stain, you are also fast. Ichigo dodged an attack from the edge of Stain's katana, and a memory comes to mind. English, Stain. Stain took advantage of this carelessness to attack him, but Ichigo moved to the side. Stain, what's your name? Ichigo, Zangetsu. Stain, well, come for me, Zangetsu. Ichigo launched himself against Stain, connecting a blow to his stomach that sent him against the window. Stain, that was strong. Ichigo hit Stain again until he fell to the ground. Stain got up and began to move faster and release a thirst for blood that scared those who were already paralyzed. Stain, I see that this thirst for blood does not affect you. Ichigo, it is not the first time that I feel a pressure like that, although there are many who have this pressure stronger than you, so come for my hero killer. Stain launched himself against Ichigo. He dodged it, but Stain managed to cut him. Ichigo hit the air and a torrent of air took away all the blood that was on Stain's katana. Ichigo moved towards Stain but received a blow to the face. Ichigo, you thought I knocked you out again. Nomu, a yoku. Ichigo, who are you? Nomu, where are you? Ichigo, a yoku haijo. Ichigo opened his eyes. Endeavor, what does this mean? Gran Torino, there's someone inside that monster. Ichigo's eyes were covered. Stain, what are you waiting for? Stain lunges at Ichigo. He didn't move. Endeavor, brat, move e. Gran Torino, Zangetsu. Stain was about to pierce Ichigo, but the latter grabbed his katana, then broke it, and grabbed his hand. Ichigo, just because I'm not moving doesn't mean I can't stop you. Stain, I'm sorry, but I can't lose to you. That smile and that look surprised Stain. Ichigo throws Stain to the ground. Ichigo, there was a reason why I didn't want to wear the suit I asked for, and it was because it reminded me of the past times when I felt powerful, but now that I'm going to be a hero I need it so. Ichigo grabbed the briefcase he had left and opens it. When he opens it, he sees a bracelet. He puts it on, and his entire body is wrapped in black until his suit and something in his hand forms. Ichigo, arigato Urahara-san, even have a katana. Everyone saw his suit and remembered the vigilantes who appeared to eliminate those creatures with masks. Ichigo, come both of you. Stain had launched himself again against Ichigo, and the Nomu too. Ichigo moved quickly and hit the Nomu with his fist, sending it away, and clashed katanas with Stain. Stain, mind that way of using the katana. Apparently he has done it before, and not only does it, he is expert that way of holding the katana in one hand. Ichigo, I guess I can do this now. Ichigo moved quickly and cut Stain in the 3 main points that made Stain kneel. Endeavor, boy, be careful, the police could. Ichigo, there are heroes who use lethal weapons. There is Snipe Lady Nagant and many other heroes. I do not plan to kill him, just stop him. Ichigo cut the Nomu also in several points that made him retreat, but he regenerated and returned to the attack. Ichigo, I have to finish this, the katana won't last long. Ichigo launched himself at Stain and ended up hitting him in the face so hard that he sent him to the ground unconscious. Ichigo continued fighting the Nomu, but now the heroes and police could move. Endeavor, well done, boy, now we take care of it. Ichigo, good. Ichigo fell to the ground tired. Ichigo, mine, I used more than 120% of my power, but now my body is suffering the consequences. That added to the fact that Stain's cuts were deep. Todoroki, Kurosaki. Ichigo, I'm fine, I just need to rest. Ichigo falls unconscious. Midoriya, Tenya, and Todoroki gathered around him to see how he was doing. On the roof of a building you could see the figure of a woman in the same black suit as Ichigo, with the difference that she had a white Héroe. Baka, always getting into trouble, you never change. The woman disappeared in a blur. The next day Ichigo woke up in the hospital as he watched the window enter Endeavor with Gran Torino and the head of the police department. Midoriya, excuse me, who are you? Ichigo, Kenji Tsurigami, the head of the police department. Midoriya, wow, what is the chief of police doing here? Kenji, I came to talk about what you did yesterday, acting on your own without the authorization of your heroes in charge, all except the young Kurosaki, who had authorization from Gran Torino, and when he faced Stain, the authorization of the heroes present. Todoroki, if not, the delegate and Midoriya could have died, and we saved them is not what heroes do. Kenji, and using their powers to hurt others is what heroes do. Todoroki, What? Kenji. The hero killer stain had burns, bruises, and ice burns from his quirks. Do not try to deny it. If we let everyone act on their own, there would be no order in the world, but personally they did the right thing. If the government found out about this, they would go to trial and no judge would agree with what they did. That is why part of the credit for the arrest of the hero killer will go to Endeavor, Gran Torino, and Zangetsu. Ichigo, me? Kenji. That's right, although you are not a hero yet, you followed the orders of one and stopped a murderer and saved the heroes present. Endeavor. Arigato Kurosaki Shounen. Endeavor thanks him, as does Gran Torino. Kenji. For you children there will be no problems if those three take the credit. That you must be careful next time. Their way of jumping into danger is very heroic, but first warn you. Midoriya. Hi. Gran Torino. We were going to go to Shibuya, brat, but now you must rest. Will be the next time you come to see me. Ichigo. Hey Gran Torino sensei, sorry for the inconvenience. Gran Torino. It was a pleasure training you, brat. Endeavor. You're okay, Shoto, so recovering these days, and on the weekend we'll go out on patrol. Shoto. It's okay. Endeavor. Rest, son. The heroes and the police chief left. Ichigo. It's no different now. Todoroki. Yes, although it is a little annoying now, it is very affectionate. Even mom came home. Ichigo. Seriously, but she. Todoroki. Dad went to see her at the hospital and apologized to her. After that, in 2 weeks they managed to discharge her. Now she is at home. She even knelt before me and apologized for the hot teapot. After that my brothers approached Dad. They told him that they still did not forgive him, but that they would try to be a family again. Ichigo. And you? Todoroki. I also want my family together. After so many years of hating, I'm tired of hating more. Ichigo. And your delegate, something to say? Tenya. I'm very sorry. With my idiocy I put you both in danger. Ichigo. You must learn to control yourself. If the heroes were guided by revenge and hatred, there would be no heroes. All go through something difficult. Even your brother should have known that. That is why he did not ask you to kill him, or yes. Lida cried. Ichigo. Get well and return to the academy. You still have a way to go. Tenya. Arigato to the three of you. Ichigo. You told me that your brother suffered several spinal cord injuries and would never walk again. Tenya. Yes, right now he is in the rest room above us. Ichigo. I understand. Rest. You also suffered injuries. Midoriya. Todoroki and Lida lay down to rest and fell asleep. Ichigo waited for them to fall asleep and got up, walked through the hospital to the elevator, and went up a floor. When he entered a room. Who are you? Ichigo. Friend of your brother. Tenya. Lida. Why have you come here? Ichigo. Here. Ichigo throws a syringe with something inside at him. What's this? Ichigo. You want to continue being a hero, right? This will help you continue being one. This will help me, as if not even modern technology can help me. Ichigo. Do you trust your brother? Of course you do. Ichigo. Then do it. Tensei. Lida. Tensei grabbed the syringe and injected it into his leg. When he did, something began to feel inside him and creaking sounds were heard that hurt. Ichigo. I never told you it wouldn't hurt, but this will help you. When the pain stopped, Tensei began to move slowly. Tensei. I am cured. This is incredible. What did you give me? Ichigo. That will be a secret between you and me. No one can know. The doctors will examine you again and think it is a miracle, and it would be better if you continue like this. Tensei. Arigato. Ichigo. You still have time to continue being a hero. Ichigo leaves and enters his room and falls asleep. The days passed and the week of practice had ended. The news came out as Endeavor, Gran Torino, and Zangetsu had stopped the hero killer. Everyone wanted to know who Zangetsu was, but no one gave them details. Aizawa. Welcome back. Very different from what your reports say about the heroes you were with. Congratulations to everyone. Uraraka. Who were you with? Tsuyu-chan. Tsuyu. I was with Selkie and I learned a lot. Kaminari. PFFF. Who were you with? Bakugo. That you comb your hair like that. His hair exploded and returned to normal. Bakugo. What are you laughing at? Lightning Rod. Midoriya. True. Kurosaki-san. With whom did you do your field training? Ichigo. Was Gran Torino. Midoriya. That's great. I had to do it with Endeavor Shoto, and I made us train hard. Bakugo looked at both annoyed because they progressed, and he didn't. Aizawa, okay, now that the semester is ending you have to prepare for the final exams. It will be written and practical, so you better study. You have 1 week because after we will have a training camp and those who fail will not go to the camp. Aizawa left. Kaminari, I'm dead. I didn't study anything for the exam. Mina, me either. What are we doing? Mineta, ha ha ha. Kaminari, damn you, number 9, I thought you were with us. Mineta, that's right, I was in the top 9 in the semester exam. Momo, I could help you in the written exam, although not in the practical. Ichigo saw how he lowered his head. Ojiro, seriously, thank you very much, Yaoyorozu. Mina, I will need help too. Kaminari, yeah, me too. English, Midoriya, you don't think to study Kurosaki. Todoroki, leave it as he came first in the exam. Everyone, Nani. Momo, he beat me by a couple of points. Mina, Kurosaki, could you? Ichigo, sorry guys, I'll be moving. If not, I would gladly help you. Ichigo left the classroom to the cafeteria like the others when he saw how Bakugo challenged Izuku and Todoroki. Bakugo, that goes for you too, Kurosaki. Ichigo, me too, hee. Ichigo left the academy and went to his house. Ishin, and everything is ready, son, for the move. Ichigo, when is it? Ishin, tomorrow. Ichigo, good, that gives me time to rest. Ishin, sleep. The next day. Ichigo, Ishin, Yuzu, and Karen were in the moving truck. Ichigo, and Dad. Ishin, yes, Ichigo. Ichigo, because there are 6 trucks behind us. Ishin, it's what I bought for the new house we bought. Ichigo, what did you do? Ishin, you'll see. Ichigo was in the car for 30 minutes until they arrived. Ichigo, what are we doing here for? Just then a metal gate opens and all the trucks enter. As they all enter, they see the house. Ichigo, Dad? Ishin, yeah? Ichigo, you said you bought another house, not a damn mansion. Ishin, the people who lived here were gone, so I bought it. Look back, there's a pool, a lake, a forest, everything's beautiful. Ichigo, since Ichigo goes to see the forest, when he returns everything was already in order. In that someone calls them. Ichigo sees through the camera that it was Momo and her parents. Ichigo, AAA, I suppose they come to welcome us. Ichigo leaves. Ichigo, Yaoyorozu-san. Momo, Kurosaki-san, is your family that moved here? Ichigo, yes, please come in. The 3 of them enter. Ichigo, sit down, I'll serve you something, water, a whiskey. Mr. Yaoyorozu, a whiskey please. Ichigo, bring the Macallan please. Maid, yes sir. Ichigo, and the ladies want something? Mrs. Yaoyorozu, a whiskey too. Momo, I'll have some tea please. Ichigo, bring the Dahong Pao tea please. Maid, at your service sir. Ichigo, thank you. The maid leaves and brings the drinks. Mr. Yaoyorozu, young Kurosaki, where do you get this whiskey? Not even I have been able to get it. Ichigo, well, my father received 10 bottles of these as a gift from some friends. We only take them out when we have important visitors. Momo, the tea is also delicious. Ichigo, a supply of oolong tea is from China. There is a small artisan company that sends it to us. Mr. Yaoyorozu, well, changing the subject, young Kurosaki, how are you doing at the Hero Academy? Ichigo, good, well, I am one of the best in the class, so everything is going well. Mr. Yaoyorozu, I am glad, our daughter is not so much. Ichigo, excuse me for asking, but why? Mrs. Yaoyorozu, well, she has had bad experiences with the villains. She feels that her power does not help much, that she is not strong. Ichigo, well, I think the opposite. Yaoyorozu-san has all the qualities to be a heroine. Just because she lost a couple of times doesn't mean she'll always lose. You learn from your mistakes and improve. Believe me, Yaoyorozu-san, I've learned my whole life to be at the level I'm at today. Don't be discouraged. The whole class trusts you. I'll tell you a secret. About the 2 votes you received on the day of the election for president and vice president, I voted for you. Momo, really? Ichigo, of course I trust your strategies, like the idea you had at the USJ. That idea of creating a blanket capable of covering and letting Kaminari use his quirk was very smart. The idea of preventing the villains from reaching the center so that Aizawa-sensei doesn't have any more problems was also yours. You are more important to the class than you think. Momo was beginning to shed tears. Ichigo, you will be a great heroine, believe me. I know because you have the gift and the ability to make everyone follow you. As I told you before, your limit is your creativity, heroine, creati. Momo hugged Ichigo. Momo, arigato Kurosaki-san. Ichigo, call me Ichigo. Momo looks at him. Ichigo, we are friends, right? Momo, only if you call me Momo. Ichigo, okay, Momo. So the Yaoyorozu said goodbye and Ichigo entered his room. Ichigo, hey look, I told him not to exaggerate. Ichigo opens another door and sees. Ichigo, I can't complain. Ichigo sits down to play for a while and then takes out his books to start studying. Ichigo, I have all night so let's study. Chapter 8 Ichigo vs All Might. Time skip 1 week. Ichigo was waking up. Ichigo, today are the exams, let's see what happens. Ichigo gets out of his bag and arrives at UA. Upon arriving he sees everyone sitting, he greets them and sits down. When they do, Aizawa arrives. Aizawa, good, you have 2 hours to finish the written exam, then we will go to the training area. Time skip 2 hours. Everyone had left the exams on the table and came out in their training suits. Momo, Ichigo-san had never seen your suit. Ichigo, it's that I preferred not to use it but from now on I will use it. Mina, it's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? Ichigo, if you like hee. Tokoemi, it looks familiar to me. Everyone thought the same thing. Then Aizawa and several teachers arrive. Aizawa, good, the test will begin. Kaminari, yes, let's crush those robots. Aizawa, that's what I was going to talk to you about. The teachers along with the director decided to change this year's test. Mina, and how will it be now? Aizawa, well, it will be in pairs. The teachers already chose the pairs and they will face us. Everyone, what? Everyone was surprised. Aizawa, calm down. To give everyone an advantage, they gave us these weights that each weigh 10 kilograms more to give them a chance. Aizawa, the pairs will be the following. Momo Yaoyorozu with Todoroki Shoto, you will face me next. Tsuyu Aji and Tokoemi will face Ectoplasm Kirishima, and Sato will face Cementos Mineta, and Siro will face Midnight Lida, and Ojito will face Power Loader Aoyama, and Uraraka will face 13 Jairu, and Koda will face Present Mike Shoji, and Toru will face Snipe Mina Ishido, and Kaminari Denki will face Vlad King Katsuki Bakugo, and Izuka Midoriya, you will face a hero. What endeavor suits? And that endeavor falls with a jump. Endeavor, prepare yourselves, I won't be merciful. Aizawa, and lastly, Kurosaki Ichigo, since we're odd-numbered, you'll only face a few objections. Ichigo, none, Professor. Aizawa, well, your opponent will be. Then someone falls hard. All Might, it will be me. Ichigo, mind, let's see who is stronger. All Might. Everyone had started their tests. Momo and Todoroki won, as did most except Kirishima, Sato, Mina, and Kaminari. Aizawa, last test. Everyone was in the camera room to see the last test. Aizawa, remember, escape or arrest the enemy. Ichigo entered the area. This was a residence. Ichigo, it reminds me of when Jinjo trapped me in that dimension. Ichigo walked all over the place until All Might fell. Ichigo dodged him. All Might, I will not let you escape from here, hero. Ichigo, he takes it very seriously. Ichigo jumped towards a building and began to jump through them like Gran Torino. Midoriya, he is very fast. Bakugo, he plans to escape. Ichigo arrived at an open area. All Might, mind, he took me out of the buildings to a forest to minimize the damage. Ichigo, let's get this over with. All Might. All Might fine. All Might jumped to hit Ichigo, but Ichigo dodged and saw trees flying behind him. Midoriya, no way. All Might isn't going to hold back. Ichigo, that was close, okay, I'll attack too. Ichigo moved quickly and punched All Might in the stomach, sending him back. All Might, that hurt. All Might moved and punched Ichigo in the face. Ichigo, that hurt. They started a fist fight. Ichigo took advantage of All Might's carelessness and hit him in the stomach, sending him into a tree. English, Mina, will All Might lose? Midoriya, All Might can't lose, he's All Might. Bakugo, plus he has weights that prevent him from moving. Ichigo, who had the open placement, had heard all this. Ichigo, mind, I still can't let All Might retreat. Ichigo jumped through the trees and ran towards All Might. This jump, but Ichigo let him hit him, sending him into the trees. All Might, mind he let himself be hit? Ichigo, that hurt. Ichigo kept fighting until All Might connected with him several times in the stomach, sending him into the trees. Ichigo, well, I think that's enough. Ichigo jumped through the trees until he reached the buildings to escape. Ichigo jumped and jumped, but All Might was already next to him. All Might, where are you going? All Might hits him and he flies towards a building. Ichigo got up. All Might, why don't you fight? Ichigo, everyone is watching, those who have confidence in you. If I beat you, what is the use of trying hard? It would be of no use to them. That is why I am trying to escape. As I told you before, I am telling you now, the symbol of peace cannot be withdrawn yet. Ichigo launched himself at All Might, but he threw a punch in the stomach. All Might, you are trying to help me, Kurosaki Shounen. Ichigo, I am trying to help everyone. Midoriya, what do you think they are talking about? Bakugo, I have no idea. Ichigo, without a symbol there could be no peace. All Might, if I withdraw there are other heroes who could replace me. Ichigo, until that happens you better not stop being a hero. Ichigo launched himself and hit All Might in the face and got out of there. Ichigo ran, but All Might hit him in the back. Ichigo, but what? All Might, you don't have to worry about me, Kurosaki Shounen. Fight with everything you have and don't hold back because I won't. All Might takes off his weights. All Might, a hero always gives his all to win and save people, so you should give it your all too. Ichigo, you're so stubborn if that's what you're after. Ichigo stood up and concentrated all his strength. Ichigo, one for all at 100%. Ichigo, this ends now. All Might. All Might, come and get me. Ichigo and All Might began to hit each other. Both of them were fighting for 1 hour. All Might, let's finish this. Ichigo, I agree. Ichigo / All Might, Detroit Smash. Both of them flew backwards. Everyone was waiting for the smoke to shoot up. When it finally did, they saw Ichigo with handcuffs holding All Might. Aizawa, winner Kurosaki. Ichigo. Ichigo, let's go to the infirmary. Ichigo accompanied All Might to the infirmary. Recovery girl, look how you are extremely careless, demanding yourself like that. All Might, how long? Recovery girl, the time is the same, it hasn't gone down because of the wound, but you must be more careful. All Might, arigato. Ichigo, I told you not to go all out. All Might, if you didn't do it, what example would we set for the others? Ichigo, I agree with you on that. All Might, well, see you later, I'm going to class. All Might, good luck. Aizawa, well, those who passed, congratulations. Passed, yes. Aizawa, and those who didn't. Deta passed, because you are. Aizawa, don't worry, you will still go to camp, but you will have extra classes. When you finish training, I will not be merciful to you. Failed, save us. Ichigo left UA heading home, but saw a hollow appear in the center. When he arrived, he saw the heroes trying to catch it. Death arms, this thing again, how come they keep appearing? Backdraft, I don't know, but they are very annoying. Mont lady, don't be distracted. Kamui Woods, we must catch him at all costs. Ichigo, idiots, where is Ishida who does not take care of it? In that, an arrow pierces the hollow's mask and disappears. Ichigo, finally. Ichigo saw how in the distance Ishida disappeared into the hollow. Kamui Woods, again this arrow looked for the culprit. The heroes mobilized. Ichigo, they never caught him, he must be at home or at school, with the speed he has they will never be able to catch him. Ichigo continued walking towards his house. Chapter 9 Camp Part 1. Ichigo was getting up and going to the mall. Ichigo, Dad, I'm coming back. I'm going to the mall. Ishin, son, I heard that you got your driver's license a little while ago. Ichigo, what did you do now? Ishin, follow me. Ichigo and Ishin went to the garage. Ishin, voila. Ichigo, seriously, Dad, you think this won't get any attention? Ishin, enjoy it. Ishin tosses him the keys. Ichigo, thanks, I guess. Ichigo gets in and starts it. Ichigo, Dad? Ishin, yeah? Ichigo, thanks. Ichigo opens the garage door and speeds off out of the mansion and towards the mall. Ichigo, well, I need to get some clothes and some toiletries. Ichigo was walking when he sees Class 1A. Momo, Ichigo, what are you doing here? Ichigo, I had to buy some things for myself and you guys. Uraraka, buy some clothes for camp, repellent and such. Ichigo, mind you still think you can have fun. Everyone split up to go shopping and Ichigo was left in the middle and was about to walk when someone grabbed him by the back. Ichigo, who are you? Don't move or with one more finger I'll disintegrate, ha ha ha. Ichigo, what do you want? Tamura Shigaraki. Tamura, I was passing by and I found you, so stay calm, don't make a scene, otherwise before they catch me I could kill 20 number 30 people. Ichigo, and who said I wasn't going to catch you? Ichigo hits the ground and Shigaraki moves to the side. Ichigo hits Shigaraki in the stomach, sending him crashing into a store. Citizen, what's going on there? Citizen, why did you do that? Ichigo, evacuate the mall now. Everyone started screaming and ran out like crazy. Shigaraki, Noma. Ichigo, again another one of these things, how is it possible that they generate them en masse and take out more? Shigaraki, kill him, Noma. Ichigo, come for me. Ichigo hit the Noma like him, but Ichigo was faster with the blows and the points he hit. Ichigo passed the Noma and went towards Shigaraki. When he arrived, he hit him in the stomach, causing him to salivate. He tried to grab Ichigo with his 5 fingers, but Ichigo dodged them and backed away. Ichigo, why do you do this, Shigaraki? Shigaraki, because society abandons you and considers you a monster when you are only 5 years old. I did not want to kill my parents, I did not want to, but now I want to kill Yui. Shigaraki launched himself against Ichigo, but he bent his arm. Shigaraki, damn Dai. Shigaraki had launched himself against Ichigo again, but vomited a purple substance that took him to another place. Ichigo, curse, escaped and the Noma stopped moving. Ichigo saw how the police arrived and his classmates from Class 1 arrived. Police, what happened? Ichigo, Shigaraki Tamura of the League of Villains appeared and tried to kill me. I confronted him and called this Noma, but he escaped. Police, I understand, come with us to take your statement, we will call your parents there. Ichigo, fine. Ichigo accompanied them to the station, being seen by his classmates and citizens. When they arrived, Naomasa, I understand what you are saying, but still using your quirk in public without a license is illegal. Ichigo, I understand that it is illegal, but what could I do to let him kill me? Naomasa, and if he killed others? Ichigo, that is why I made them leave, forcing them to evacuate. Naomasa, I think you do not understand. That is when Ishin enters with his lawyer. Ishin, Ichigo, we are leaving. Naomasa, wait, we are not finished yet. Lawyer, I would ask you to please step aside if you speak to the head of your department and the Secretary of Defense, and my client can leave. Ichigo, finally. Ichigo leaves with his father. All Might was waiting for him outside. All Might, Kurosaki shounen. Ichigo, go ahead, Dad, I'm going to talk to him. All Might, you're okay, did he do something to you? Ichigo, I'm fine, All Might, but he escaped. All Might, why were you looking for me? Ichigo, he doesn't say that, he just found me. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen, is there something I didn't tell you when I gave you my power? Ichigo, what a thing. All Might, let's go to the roof. They both jumped to the roof. All Might, when I got hurt 4 years ago, it wasn't while fighting a villain. Ichigo, yes. All Might, he was fighting someone who has been a villain for a long time. Ichigo, who? All Might, his name was All for One. Ichigo, All for One, I had heard of him, but I thought he would be dead by now. All Might, if we know one thing, it is that All for One is behind all of this, the Nomus, the League of Villains. We do not know how he survived the last fight we had, but he did. With respect to the years, I imagine he will have stolen some quirk capable of living for years. Ichigo, All for One steals the quirk. What else have you not told me yet? All Might, the One for All is an energy accumulation quirk, but what I did not tell you is that the One for All comes from All for One. When the One for All was given, this was born as an enemy of All for One. In other words, the One for All was born to stop All for One once and for all. Ichigo, this power is supposed to be born to end All for One, and when it appears it will be. All Might, you are not upset. Ichigo, I told you at the time, when you're ready to tell me everything, I'll be there. This is no exception. All Might and Ichigo hold hands and each go their own way. The next day the boys went to the UA pools to rest. They competed, played games and everything with their quirks until night came and they went home. So 4 days passed until the day of the camp arrived. Aizawa, okay, get on everyone, don't take long, get on, get on. They all got on a bus that took them out of Karakura. They were on the bus for 30 minutes until they reached a cliff. Aizawa, look at that. Everyone saw the huge forest. Mineta, Aizawa-sensei, what are we doing here? Io, Aizawa. Uraraka, they are wild hussy-cats. Pixie Bob, they finally arrived. Aizawa, sorry, thanks for the help. Pixie Bob, no problem, we like the idea of training future heroes. Mina, Aizawa-sensei, we have not yet reached the camp that we make here. Pixie Bob, you will have to go through the forest until you reach the camp. The forest is called the Beast Forest. There are dangerous creatures down there, so I assure you it will be dangerous. Mineta, we are not getting on the bus. Get on, guys, let's go. Everyone ran towards the bus, but Pixie Bob created an avalanche of earth that made them fall. Midoriya, that hurt. Mineta, where are we? In that they see how a creature rises. Pixie Bob, you have until noon to get to the camp. Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki destroyed the earth creature. Midoriya, let's go, Class 1A. Everyone, yes. They all started to advance. Ichigo went on his own, destroying the creatures. 8 hours passed and everyone had arrived. It was already getting dark. Pixie Bob, well, I thought it would take longer, although one of them arrived faster than you. Everyone saw how Ichigo was finishing cooking. Everyone, yee. Mineta, how did you get here so fast? Kaminari, how long have you been here? Ichigo, 6 hours ago. Everyone, nah. Kota, I'll get away, pervert. Mineta, no. Mineta falls into the water on his stomach. Lita, thanks, Kota-kun. Kota, whatever. Kota leaves. When everyone finished bathing, they went to the dining room and saw the banquet. Everyone, it looks delicious, oh. When they saw the food, everyone sat down and started eating. Everyone, it's delicious, oh. Mandalay, yes, thank young Kurosaki, who was the one who prepared most of it. Bakugo, and where is it? Tiger, he said he was going to sleep. Ichigo was in the forest looking at a photo. Ichigo, AAA, it's been almost 8 months, and it still seems like it was yesterday. Ichigo was lying in the forest. Ichigo, what are you doing now? In the Soul Society. Kairaku, that's all for now. Everyone, yes, Captain Commander. Most of the captains retreated except Rukia. Kairaku, what did you want to talk to me about, Captain Kuchiki? Rukia, Captain Commander, is there any way I can go to the human world? Kairaku, about that I was informed that you went without authorization a couple of weeks ago. Rukia, yes, about that. Kairaku, don't worry, I don't need you to explain to me. I know why you didn't do like this. Rukia, now study to be a hero. Kairaku, a hero, yes, I heard that humans have quirks that grant them special abilities. Rukia, yes, apparently Ichigo had one. Kairaku, Rukia, I'm going to tell you something extremely confidential and secret, few people know it. Rukia, that is, Captain Commander. Kairaku, do you remember that after the final fight against Iwak, Central 46 decided to close all the passes of the Shinigami to the human world? Rukia, yes. Kairaku, well, that was due to two things. The first was because after Ichigo's fight against Aizen in the human world, the residual power that the two overflowed spread throughout the city, causing the humans who were unconscious to receive it, and therefore when we went they could already see us, and the hollows came out to the ghosts. That was the first reason. The second is because human time and the time of the Soul Society are no longer the same. Rukia opens her eyes. Kairaku, I think you should have realized when you went to the human world the time difference that existed in both worlds no longer exists. Time runs the same way. Scientists and Captain Mayuri are trying to find out about this phenomenon, but they still haven't discovered anything. At first we thought it was some kind of mistake, but after checking it there is no doubt, and out of fear Central 46 decided that the Shinigamis should stay in Soul Society. Rukia, but fear of what? Kairaku, I wanted to keep this secret to myself and Central 46, but I can't hide it for long. Rukia, we suspect that Iwak didn't die and that he's still alive but hiding in the human world. You don't know how, we don't know why, but he's still alive. Rukia, if he's in the human world he'll go for Ichigo again. Kairaku, we know that for now he's weak and without strength, so attacking Ichigo now would be reckless even for him. Rukia, but if he attacks him, how can he defend himself? The quirk he possesses, he won't be able to face Iwak. English, Kairaku, calm down, I lose. That's why I asked Captain Mayuri and Urahara to work so I can recover Ichigo's powers. Rukia, and Central 46 agrees. Kairaku, I think we both know what Ichigo has done for the Soul Society and the human world. Ichigo is already the strongest person in the world, and all that power he gained thanks to the feelings and friendships he made with us. Anyone else could have left and abandoned us in the middle of the war, but Ichigo stayed and fought for us for years. With all the feats he accomplished and the battles and war he won, Central 46 approved the idea of helping Kurosaki-san regain his powers. Rukia, Ichigo. Kairaku, it will be difficult to regain his powers, but we will not stop trying. Back with Ichigo. Ichigo had fallen asleep in the forest. Ichigo, Rukia. Chapter 10 Camp Final Part. It was dawn and everyone was getting up. They had kissed and were outside. Aizawa, well, it's time for training. As you will see, the quirks that we all have come with some weaknesses. Mine is that when I erase the quirk my eyes dry out faster. That is why I can't stay long without putting these drops on. But what did I do? I tried to use that to my advantage. I had to get my eyes used to not closing them. Mandalay, that's right, it's time for them to start. Everyone started training. Shoto was in a tub changing the temperature of the water, freezing and boiling it to increase his temperature control. Sato and Momo were eating sweets to improve their quirks. Tokoyami was training with Dark Shadow. Lita was running all over the mountain. Ojiro was training the strength of his tail. Mina was training with her acid, and the others were also training. Aizawa and Ichigo. Tiger, he asked me to go train alone. Aizawa, and you let him go. Tiger, well, in a couple of months he'll turn 18, so we won't have to take care of him much anymore, don't you think? Plus his quirk is different from the rest. The quirk makes his body get tired more than normal, and he needs to train harder than anyone else. With Ichigo he was in the forest practicing his strength. Ichigo, damn, if I continue like this I'll never be able to use 120%. The enemies are getting stronger, so I mustn't stop. Ichigo continued punching the air, trying to get it to change sides. The day ended, everyone returned to camp and prepared their dinners. 5 days passed. Ichigo saw Kota kick Izuku. Ichigo, what's wrong with him? Why is he like this? Mandalay, I'll tell you, Kota lost his parents 3 years ago, Waterhouse. Ichigo, the heroes with water control, I heard it on the news. They managed to get the hostages to escape but they died. They never found the murderer, they were Kota's parents. Mandalay, if he thinks they abandoned him, that's why he gets upset with any hero or aspiring hero. He even walks away from us. Ichigo grabs a plate and walks away from there. Ichigo was walking through the forest when he saw a landslide in the mountain. Ichigo left the plate on the ground and jumped towards the cliff. When he climbed, he saw Kota next to a man with blonde hair. English, Kota, what are you doing here? Ichigo, who are you? Muscular, or I'm nobody, I'm just a man who wants to live life. Kota, you murdered my parents in cold blood. Muscular, I remember, you're the son of those heroes, I see, then I'll kill you here, thanks to them. I use this prosthetic eye, damn boy, oh. Muscular had launched himself at Kota, but Ichigo hit him in the face, sending him into the mountain. Ichigo, you think I'll let you touch him? Ichigo destroyed a rock that was about to fall on him. Muscular, you're strong, have fun. Muscular launched himself at Ichigo, but he had moved and hit him in the stomach. But Muscular had created more fibers and hit Ichigo, sending him into the mountain. Ichigo, damn you. Ichigo got up and Muscular launched himself at him. Ichigo hit him in the ribs but didn't go through. Ichigo, how are you so strong? Muscular, they're fibers, I'm the strongest man alive, ha ha ha. Muscular laughed like crazy as he applied more fibers and sent Ichigo to the ground. Ichigo was hit on the ground repeatedly until he moved back and destroyed a rock that pushed Muscular away. Ichigo, that hurt. Ichigo, mind if I don't stop him, he'll kill Kota. Ichigo lunged at Muscular but he had more fibers so much that they sent Ichigo to the ground. Ichigo was being crushed by Muscular. Ichigo, mind I can't take it anymore, my bones can't take the curse anymore. Ichigo's memories of his friends, his family and Rukia come to mind. Rukia, get up Ichigo. Muscular was still crushing Ichigo when a water bomb falls on him. Muscular, wait your turn, I'll kill you later. Ikogo, as if I'm going to let you do that. Muscular, you're strong. Ichigo, one for all 1,000,000% Delaware SMASHHHHHH. Ichigo threw Muscular against the wall, leaving him unconscious. Kota, mind, why did you fight for me if you didn't even know? Kota has a memory. Mandalay, Kota, I know you don't like heroes and I know you feel like your parents abandoned you, but don't fill yourself with hatred towards the people who love you. I know that one day someone will appear, someone you can call. Kota, Boku Boku no Hero. Ichigo was standing there with his right arm shattered. Ichigo, AHHH. A fire and purple smoke appeared in the camp. Ichigo, this isn't over yet. Ichigo, that smoke is poisonous. Ichigo from the cliff sees where the air is coming from. Ichigo, that's where the smoke is coming from. Ichigo quickly grabs Kota and goes out to the buildings. Jumping over everyone, he sees Professor Aizawa. Ichigo-sensei. Aizawa, Kurosaki. Ichigo, a villain appeared in the mountains, tried to kill Kota. I defeated him, and he is unconscious there. Aizawa, what happened to your arm? Ichigo, I overexerted my quirk and it did this to me, but I can still move. Aizawa, I'm taking Kota. I want you to give a message to Mandalay. Ichigo hears him and starts to run. When he finds them, he sees Pixie Bob on the ground and Mandalay and Tiger fighting. Ichigo sees that Mandalay is about to be cut, so he jumps and punches him in the stomach. That sends him against a tree. Ichigo, Mandalay? Mandalay, Ichigo, where is he? Ichigo, he's safe, he's with Aizawa, he's sending you a message to tell everyone. Mandalay, what is it? Ichigo, it transmits that you can use your quirk without restrictions, stop the villains, and that the objective for which they come are Bakugo and Izuku. Mandalay sends the message to everyone. Ichigo, I'm going for the smoke. Ichigo hit a lizard, leaving it unconscious. Magna, if you're here, it means that Muscular lost. It's not possible. Ichigo quickly jumped through the trees and followed the trail of smoke when a blue fire takes him out of his way. Ichigo, who are you? Who am I? Call me Dabi. Ichigo dodged another torrent of fire. Dabi, I'm going to burn you. Ichigo jumped through the trees and tried to hit him, but a torrent of fire pushed him away. Dabi, ha ha ha, you think you can beat me, ha ha ha. Ichigo, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this? Dabi, revenge, that's why I'm here, and to achieve it I need to destroy you. Ichigo dodged Dabi's attack and hit the ground, causing it to shake in Dabi's direction. He couldn't move. Ichigo took advantage of this and hit him in the face, sending him into a tree. Dabi, damn, that hurt. Dabi gets up and began to throw even more fire. Dabi, you think you can against me, damn it, ha ha ha. Ichigo, mind what I saw, could it be possible? A body with scars, stitches, burned body parts, fire, hatred, it can't be. Ichigo comes out of the fire a little burned on the chest. Ichigo, tell me something, Dabi, who are you really? Dabi, what do you mean? Ichigo, who are you? Dabi, you don't need to know. Ichigo, seriously, then you don't plan on telling me anything to ya, Todoroki? Dabi, what do I eat? Ichigo, white tips of your hair aren't paint, the rest of your hair is burned parts, pure hatred towards someone, scars, stitches. You can't be anyone else because they never found your body, not even your ashes. You are Tuya Todoroki. Dabi had his head covered. Dabi, you won't tell anyone because you will die, hurry. Ichigo, stop it, I know what you're looking for. Ichigo spoke while dodging the attacks. Ichigo, you want revenge on Endeavor, you want revenge on the heroes for which you suffered. Dabi, you don't know it. Ichigo, yes, I know, but now your family is united again, they are happy, why don't you try it, you too, what are you hoping for? With this you won't feel anything, you will simply fulfill your objective and then nothing else, you will have nothing else to live for, believe me. Dabi knew. Dabi released even more fire. Ichigo, Tuya, your parents are waiting for you. Dabi was beginning to have doubts. Ichigo, what you really want is a family, deep down you know you want to have a family, and if you waste this opportunity you will never have it. Dabi, shut up. Dabi stopped releasing fire and fell to the ground on his knees. Dabi, I have no salvation. Ichigo, of course everyone does. Dabi, kill people, my hands are dirty. Ichigo, I've done it before too, and look at me, I'm still here showing my face. Dabi, I want my family, Natsuo and I, for Yumi-chan, my mom, my dad, I want a family. Ichigo, you will have it. Tuya, how? Ichigo, first forget everything you've done until now, society is shit loose because I also live being judged for being a quirkle since I was a child. I know that society is cruel, but if we rise above them we are no better for now, leave all this, the League of Villains knew who you were. Tuya, don't keep my secret. Ichigo, good, so they won't know what happened to you, they will think that they took you prisoner. Tuya, where am I going? Ichigo, stay on the cliff, Muscular is unconscious there. I don't think he will wake up until tomorrow, I hit him very hard when I go for you. I will tell you what to do, one more thing, because they want Bakugo and Izuku. Tuya, all I know is that Shigaraki wants them to join the League of Villains. Ichigo, he recruited you like that too. Tuya, yes, I followed Stain's ideals, but now I just want to see my family. Ichigo, go to the cliff, I'll go right away. Ichigo runs out and sees that the smoke has cleared. Ichigo, they managed to defeat him. Ichigo was running when he sees Izuku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Tokoyami, Ojiro, Sato fighting against 4 villains. Ichigo, I arrived. Izuku, Kurosaki-san. Todoroki, it's about time. Bakugo, what happened to your arm? Mr. Compress, if you're here, Muscular lost A if you're a problem, that's why the boss asked us to kill you. Magna, I managed to escape at least. Then Ichigo sees a girl. Ichigo, Toga Jimiko Toga. Toga, hello again Kurosaki Ichigo. Ichigo, what are you doing with them? Toga, I joined the League of Villains. Ichigo, why? Toga, remember what you told me when you saved me. Flashback. Ichigo, be careful Toga, this world is not made for you. End of flashback. Toga, The boss promised me a fair world to live in. Twice. It's time to go. Ichigo, you? Ichigo fell to the ground. Ichigo, my damn, the pain is making me want to faint. Mr. Compress, now. Mr. Compress twice. Toga and Magna launched themselves at them. Todoroki was being attracted by Magna's quirk, but Ichigo with his finger created a gust of wind strong enough to change his trajectory. Magna, you still have strength. Bakugo, shiny. Bakugo had launched an explosion, but Magna had attracted him and Mr. Compress caught him. Izuku Kaken. Izuku had launched himself at Mr. Compress but was also caught. Mr. Compress, we have them, let's go Kurogyri. A portal appeared and the villains began to leave. Mr. Compress, it was a pleasure, heroes. Ichigo got up as he could and the others tried to catch up with him. Bakugo, no. Izuku, don't come. Ichigo was running as he could but the portal had closed. Ichigo, Narrator. After a few hours the police had arrived and interrogated everyone that day. Ragdoll disappeared, leaving only a trail of blood. Pixie Bob was seriously injured. Tiger injured. Several students injured and 2 students kidnapped. The police locked up Muscular, a villain with a blade teeth quirk, another who was a reptile, and others. Even so, that day the police did not tell us the truth that the heroes lost completely against the villains. Chapter 11 Hide and Seek Raid. The police were at the camp when the heroes arrived. Endeavor, Shutua. Endeavor hugged his son. Shoto, calm down, Dad, I'm fine. Endeavor, Shutua. Everyone saw this touching and funny scene. Meanwhile, Ichigo lay on the ground with his eyes covered. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen, are you okay? Ichigo, yes, but they took Izuku and Bakugo away. Ichigo hit a tree which broke him, and then fell unconscious. All Might, Kurosaki Shounen. Doctor, he's very hurt, we must take him to the hospital immediately. They loaded Ichigo into the ambulance, and took him away. When Ichigo arrived at the hospital, they admitted him to intensive care and bandaged his right arm. 2 days passed and Ichigo had already woken up. Ichigo, where am I? Ichigo sees the hospital. Ichigo, how painful. That's when his companions enter. Lita, Kurosaki-san, how are you? Ichigo, guys. Mineta, you're recovering well. Ichigo, yes, thank you. They were talking for a while until Kirishima, Kurosaki bro, Todoroki Yayorozu, and I will go rescue Baku bro and Midori bro. Lita, what are you talking about? Kirishima, we can't stay like this, we have to go for them. Tokoemi, the heroes will already take care of that. Lita, yes, and also Kirishima, I feel useless, he doesn't ask to help them in anything. I fell unconscious as soon as the attack began, and they are our friends. Tsuyu, I think helping them and using our gifts makes us the same as the villains. I'm with Lita. Sato, Tsuyu is right, and they could expel them for that. That's when the doctor comes in. Doctor, the results are in. Siro, see you Kurosaki, we have to visit other classmates. Kirishima, if you want to join us, we'll be outside the hospital tonight. I think out of all of them you're the one who feels the worst here. Everyone left and Ichigo went with the doctor. Ichigo, what are they saying, doctor? Doctor, it's hard to say, but your arms are completely damaged, doing some paperwork to review your old x-rays and see your injuries, but nothing like this. Ichigo, what do you mean? Doctor, that your arms are in a critical situation. When people get their quirks they come with a limiter, they cannot use more than 80%, but when they cannot win or are cornered the adrenaline allows them to exceed this limit, but the consequences are serious. In your case the degeneration of these are irreparable. Ichigo, I understand, doctor. Doctor, if you hurt yourself 2 or 3 more times in the same way you will lose the use of your arms for the rest of your life. The doctor left, and Ichigo stayed in his room thinking until Tuya came in. Ichigo, Tuya, I'm sorry I couldn't. Tuya, calm down, you were hurt, and well, how are you going to help me? Ichigo, it's here. Ichigo takes out a syringe from his backpack. Tuya, what is this? Ichigo, this is what you need, use it, inject it, trust me. Tuya does it. Then his body begins to glow and hurt. Tuya, what's happening to me? Ichigo, hold on, your body is returning to normal. It was like this for 10 minutes until. Tuya, what happened to me? Ichigo, you returned to normal. The effect of your power was to burn you, and since you did not control it, you burned the entire forest. Your quirk, as you know, reacts to your emotions, which means that as long as you are in control, you can never burn yourself. Tuya, arigato. Ichigo, at night I will help you. You must trust me. I know from All Might that today there will be a raid to rescue Bakugo and Midoriya and to catch the League of Villains. Tuya, you want me to go back there? Ichigo, yes, but without them seeing you. When they capture them, that is when I will tie you up and put you in their vault so that they think they had you kidnapped without problems, without trouble. They will think that you were kidnapped forever there so that the League does not find out. Ask the police to keep the secret, or they will kill you. Tuya, when did you plan this? Ichigo, the moment you entered. Tuya, do you think it will work? Ichigo, it will work. Tuya, well, see you tonight then. 8 hours passed. It was already 6 in the afternoon. Ichigo had been discharged and walked to Karakura High School. When he arrived, he saw Inoue leaving alone. Inoue, Kurosaki-kun. Ichigo, Inoue was just looking for you. Inoue, what do you need? Ichigo and Inoue go to Inoue's house and he tells him everything. Inoue, you never change, always getting into trouble. Ichigo, you could. Inoue, you don't even have to say it, lie down. Ichigo did, and Inoue used his powers. When I finish. Inoue, ready? This is how your arms feel. Ichigo, like new. Thanks Inoue. By the way, how are you doing with Ishida? Inoue, he's a lovely person, I love him. Ichigo, I'm happy for you. Inoue, thanks, but what about Rukia? Have you heard from her? Ichigo lowers his head. Ichigo, they are not prohibited from coming to the human world, so I'll see her when I die. I guess I should go. Thanks for everything, Inoue. Ichigo leaves. Inoue, poor Ichigo. Ichigo had arrived at the train station and had gotten on one. Pilot, heading to Camino. Estimated time 2 hours. Time skip 2 hours. Ichigo had arrived in Camino. Ichigo, well, according to this, the lair is 4 kilometers from here. Ichigo jumped through the buildings until he reached a street where several people were watching the screen. Citizen, the UA. Ichigo sees the screen. Ichigo, Aizawa Sensei, Vlad King Sensei, Director Niza. Reporter, how does the UA plan to explain and respond to the family of those affected? Director, if it is true that we must apologize to the affected families, we did not know or have the knowledge that the League of Villains could attack us. That we regret the fact that they feel this way with pain and concern. Reporter, and what do you think of the students Katsuki Bakugo and Izuku Midoriya? According to external information, we know that the League of Villains kidnapped them to join them. We already saw them at the sports festival. Uncontrollable anger. Don't you think that is why the League of Villains took them to lead them down the wrong path? Aizawa Shota. Vlad King, Mind Aizawa has always hated journalists. Don't fall for their game, don't fall for it. Aizawa, I apologize for the behavior of my students, but I don't think he can join the League of Villains. Both are too stubborn and proud to fall for their game, and they are the ones who most want to become heroes. Director Aizawa. Vlad King, we apologize to everyone. Ichigo, you shouldn't lower your heads, it's not your fault. Ichigo saw an explosion in the distance. Ichigo, the raid has already started. 2 kilometers away, several police officers could be seen standing outside a house with Endeavor. Endeavor, catch them, I won't let anyone escape. It was about an hour until an explosion destroyed half of Camino. Ichigo, what was that? Ichigo was jumping to get to the area of the explosion. When he arrived, he saw Momo, Lida, Shoto, Kurishima, and Ojiro on the wall scared. Ichigo, what's going on? Ichigo sees All Might fighting someone. Joe, All Might can't do more. All Might, Bakugo Shounen, Midoriya Shounen. I won't let you get close to them. All Might, all for Oni. Ichigo, he can't fight with everything if he tries to save Bakugo and Izuku. Ichigo was thinking and goes down to where his companions were. Ichigo, listen to me, we must get Bakugo and Izuku out of here. Momo, we can't. Lita, we must go. Ichigo, it will work, listen to me. They carried out Ichigo's plan. Mr. Compress, don't let them escape. Magnus had used his gift on compresses, and he was flying, but Mount Lady had gotten in. Empty Lady, give priority to the rescue. Empty Lady fell to the ground. In that, Magna tried to do the same, but several heroes arrived and knocked out Magna and Compress. All for One forced Magna's quirk with one of his quirks and sent them all through the portal. All Might, now I can fight without reservations. All for One, hee if I let you fight without reservations it wouldn't be fair, the heroes have a lot to protect, right? All Might, shut up, you always played like that with people, you break them, you steal them, you take advantage of them, and control them irrationally, mocking those who want to live their lives. I can't. All for One, this is bad, I must teleport. All Might, forgive him. All Might grabs All for One and slams him to the ground. Gran Torino, Toshinori, you have reached your limit. All for One, what happens when you are very upset about something? All Might heard the same thing before from the previous successor of One for All. A memory comes to All Might. All for One, Shimura Nana. Chapter 12, All Might vs. All for One. On the streets of Camino, people ran scared, and among them Todoroki Momo ran with Bakugo and Izuku. They were tired. Ichigo, they are finally safe, fight without holding back. All Might. With All Might. All Might, do not dirty the name of my teacher with your vile words. All for One, she was a woman without skill whose ideals surpassed her, was a shame to me after creating One for All, and she died in a pathetic way. Where to start? All Might, enough. All Might had released All for One's hand to hit him, but All for One released a blast that hit All Might, sending him into the air, aiming to hit a helicopter. Gran Torino grabs him and pushes him away. All Might sensei. All for Ohm, you're in the way. Gran Torino, it's the same as 6 years ago. Toshinoro, calm down, you got carried away by his words and let him escape, and then he made a pit in your stomach. They fall to the ground. Gran Torino, that's why you have no remedy, don't talk to him. All Might, yes. Gran Torino, his fighting style and gift are different now, you won't be able to give him a good head-on hit, you must be cunning, you can still move, surpass your limits, it's do or die. All Might, yes. Reporter, it seems out of a nightmare, in an instant half of Camino was destroyed. All Might faces the villain who believes himself to be the leader. I can't even believe it, he's just a villain, destroyed the city, and stands against the symbol of peace. Everyone watched from their televisions. Director, they frustrated our plan, Tsukachi-kun. All Might. Everyone watched and gave their opinions, some good, others bad. All for One, I'm dismayed. Tamura was slowly losing confidence in the heroes. I wonder if it's okay to give the decisive blow, but All Might, no matter how much you hate me, I hate you the same. I killed your teacher, but you took away what I built, right? That's why I want you to have the most horrible death possible. All for One grew his arm and prepared to attack. Gran Torino, there it comes, dodge and counterattack. All for One, can you dodge it? All Might saw a civilian behind him. Gran Torino. All for One, I'll steal everything you protected until now. All for One throws an air attack bomb at him. All Might was resisting the attack, but an explosion occurred. All for One, first your self-esteem that you maintained even with your injuries, show the world your pathetic form. All Might. Everyone was shocked to see him. Citizen, and that skeleton. Reporter, All Might has deflated. Ichigo, damn, if this continues like this he won't be able to hold on. All Might, even if you show my thin form to the world I won't give up, because I'll be able to see myself like this, but my heart is that of the symbol of peace. All Might clenched his fist, showing courage. All for One, I see, then I can say this Shigaraki Tamura is actually Shimura Nana's grandson. All Might had fallen silent. All for One, you don't know how many times I brought them together to meet each other. Do you remember the times they fought? All Might, lie. All for One, remember the times you beat him, smiling proudly. All Might, Shigaraki Tamura is related. Be my teacher. What did I do? What have I done? The scream was heard by everyone. Citizen, Don't give up, please don't give up, All Might. The citizen was trapped and injured. In that a torrent of fire closes in on All for One. All for One, wow, even though they are mid-level Nomus, they defeated them very quickly. I shouldn't have underestimated your number 2 hero. Endeavor, All Might. Endeavor, mind, ever since I can remember I have tried to surpass you. Every time I got closer I felt like I was moving away from surpassing you, and that filled me with anger and hatred, and I became a bitter and stubborn person who lost his family because of his stupidity. Endeavor, what is that pathetic way? All Might, mind Endeavor. All for One, if you come to support him it is better that you leave. Kamui Woods, we are the support. The heroes arrived. Tiger, we will take care of this, All Might, you must defeat him, we can do this, defeat evil, All Might. Grand Torino, mind you are sorry, right, All Might, no matter that they have humiliated you or revealed your secret, people still support you. All Might. Izuku/Bakugo, win, All Might. All for One fought against the heroes. All for One, let's end this, All Might increased excess concentration. Something was growing from All for One's arm. All for One, I gathered the best combination of gifts to kill you, All Might. All for One launched himself against him, both colliding fists generating an air clash. All Might resisted. All for One, mind, since this fight has just ended, I understand that you no longer have one for all. All for One, your successor is Kurosaki Ichigo, right? He entered the UA when he was 17 years old and was irremediably always attacking, including in the USJ. All Might, yes, I must reprimand him. All for One, you don't even deny it. All Might, from now on I will concentrate on his growth. All Might, arigato shosho, arigato, one for all, sayonara, All for One. All Might reaches All for One and punches him in the face. All Might, United States of Smash. The blow created a curtain of strong wind that shook the heroes and the helicopter. Reporter, what happened? Everyone was attentive, but All for One, jaja. When the smoke disappeared, All for One had knocked down All Might. All for One, you thought you would beat me? I have a recovery quirk, ha, what an idiot you were. All Might now dies. All Might could not take it anymore, and All for One was about to go through what the heroes were trying to stop him. All for One, it's true, I had forgotten about you, Nomus. In that 3 portals opened from where 3 identical Nomus came out. Endeavor, those again. Grand Torino, they are strong Nomus, resist. The Nomus were hitting the heroes. Reporter, this can't be, those things are massacring the heroes who are the ones who can save us. All Might can't take it anymore. Ichigo had his head down until he takes something out of his backpack and puts it on his face. Flashback. 2 hours before Ichigo went to Camino. Ichigo, and I was wondering if you had something to cover my face. Urahara, let's see if I have something. What I don't know is if you'll like to see it. Urahara takes out a mask from a box. Ichigo, that's it? Urahara, I knew you wanted to act before becoming a hero, so I prepared this. This will cover your face and change the shape of your voice, even the color of your eyes. This will make you go unnoticed. It will even change your suit. You will look more like your Vasto Lord form. Ichigo, this is the same as my mask of. Urahara, yes, I got the idea from your holification to do it. Good luck, Kurosaki-san. End of flashback. All for One, this is where it all ends. Spectators, All Might. All for One was about to pierce All Might in the chest, but a current of air sends him away. This is where what ends. Reporter, what is that? A new creature has appeared. Ichigo, you are wrong. All Might knew you would end up like this, but not so soon. Ichigo lifts All Might. All Might, Shounen, what? Ichigo, relax, it's just a disguise, so that's the famous All for One, his arm is scary. Ichigo injects All Might with a syringe. All Might, what is this? All Might saw how his rib wound began to close. All Might, it doesn't hurt anymore. Ichigo, I will help the heroes, those Nomus are too many, with 1 they could, but with 3 I don't think so. Hold All for One back until I finish off the Nomus you can. All Might returned to his muscular form. All Might, yes. Ichigo, good. Ichigo jumped to face the Noma. When he arrived, he saw Endeavor burning them. Ichigo launched himself against the Nomas. Endeavor, who are you? Ichigo, that's not the important thing now, let's take care of these Nomas. Endeavor, good. Ichigo and Endeavor faced the Noma. The other heroes also helped. Ichigo, aim for the back of his neck, it's his weak point. Everyone started to attack. 20 minutes passed and the Nomas were on the ground contained. Ichigo, finally. Then someone falls to the ground. Ichigo, All Might, are you okay? All Might, I contained him. Ichigo, now let's go both. Ichigo and All Might stood in front of All for One. All for One, who the hell are you? I have no idea, but you will both die. Ichigo and All Might launched themselves against All for One, hitting him. All the spectators saw this in amazement. All for One, I'll end this now. All for One had an air cannon ready, but Ichigo jumped against it, breaking his arm. All for One, mind, what is this creature? All for One recovered his arm. Ichigo, All Might will try to distract it so you can give it the final blow. Ichigo jumped and tried to get closer to All for One, but he with his rivet lunge makes black thorns come out of his fingers that pierced Ichigo in the stomach. Ichigo, damn it. All Might, no. All for One, you've bored me already, die. All for One tried to hit him in the face with his air cannon, but Ichigo broke the thorns and kicked him in the face, sending him to the ground. All for One got up. All Might, he's supposed to be weak, how come he can last so long? Ichigo, it must be because of the gifts he has. All for One recreated his monstrous arms. All for One, let's get this over with. Ichigo and All Might had launched themselves at them, but Ichigo received the impact of the vines, moving him away. Ichigo, damn. All Might countered All for One fist to fist, but All for One won. Ichigo fell to the ground. Flashback. Masaki, Ichigo, do you know how quirks work? Ichigo, no, Mom, how? Masaki, quirks sense the emotions of their bearers. That's why they increase or decrease according to them. Ichigo, so if I have a quirk, I could be the strongest and the best hero. Masaki, yes, son, you could be very strong, and I'm sure you'll be the best hero of all. I love you, son. Ichigo, I love you, Mom. End of flashback. Ichigo, Mama. Ichigo looked up. Ichigo, I don't plan on losing here, not here. I'll give it my all and I'll be the strongest of all. Ichigo had gotten up. End of music. All Might, are you okay? Ichigo, of course I am. Ichigo had gotten up. Ichigo, we will give our all. Ichigo touched All Might and the flame of the embers had grown a little. Ichigo, I increased the embers for a moment after this. All Might, it will be the last time we give it our all. This will be my last job. All for One, come for me. All Might and Ichigo had launched themselves against All for One. They had an even fight, but Ichigo and All Might were hitting harder and harder. All Might, to overcome the crisis in front of you. Ichigo, and save everyone. All Might, showing a smile, that's what he does. Ichigo, a hero. All Might / Ichigo, doubly Detroit smash. Both fists had collided with All for One in the face, sending him to the ground. Reporter, what happened? I don't see anything. When the wind dissipated. Reporter, All Might won. Everyone in the city and the country screamed with excitement. Reporter, the villain was defeated, but where is the monster that helped All Might? Ichigo, Endeavor. Endeavor, you will tell me who you are. Ichigo, I cannot, I must go, but I will give you this. Under the hideout there is a vault. I detected that there was a person still locked up. I could not save him. Endeavor, I will go for him. Ichigo runs away quickly and disappears. Ichigo had reached the suburbs and took off his mask and kept it. Ichigo, I am still injured, but I can handle it. Arriving at Karakura, I will go to Inoue's house. I hope he can heal me and is not sleeping. Ichigo put on some bandages and walked to the train station. Ichigo was walking until he saw All Might on TV without his muscular signature. Reporter: what? Spectators: All Might. All Might, now it's your turn. Ichigo turned his face away. Ichigo: understood, All Might. Chapter 13, End of the beginning. Endeavor was returning to the hideout. When he arrives, he sees a door that led to the basement. When he opens it, he sees that there were stairs, and underneath the door, when he opens it, he sees a boy in a chair and tied up. Endeavor: you're okay, I'm here now, calm down, I'll get you out of here. Endeavor, when he turns on the light, sees a white hair. When he approaches and sees his face, he falls back. Endeavor: no, this can't be, it can't be you, Tutuya. Endeavor began to cry and quickly approached him, untied him, and quickly took him out. Endeavor: a doctor now. Doctor, what happened? Endeavor: he was unconscious, check him please. Doctor: the boy is fine, he only has a few bruises and is knocked out, but he's okay. Endeavor was crying. Endeavor: I can't believe it. Police, meet the boy. Endeavor: he's my son. Endeavor was crying profusely. Endeavor: my son. The next day, Ichigo was waking up on a couch. Ichigo: what happened to me? Inoue, are you okay? Ichigo: Inoue, what happened? Ishida: you fainted. Kurosaki: that happened. Ichigo: what, but I got to Inoue's house at least. Ishida: almost. Kurosaki: you fainted in the middle of the street, and in the early morning I was happily running by when I saw you lying down, and I'd brought you so Inoue could heal you. Ichigo: arigato Ishida, the truth is that the holes they made in me were hard to bear. If it weren't for the pain I would have fainted. Inoue: you were the one who fought with all might against that villain. Ichigo: yes. Ishida: at least they caught him, and now he's in Tartaros. Ichigo: how did they know it was me? Ishida: no one else could have that form. It reminds us of when we were in Hueco Mundo. Ichigo: it's a Urahara suit, I believe it, so I can go unnoticed. Ishida: yes, they hurt you. Rest Inoue, and I have to go to school. It's our last semester before university. Ichigo: thank goodness. The two left and Ichigo watched television. Reporter: the villain known as All for One was arrested early last night. There were several victims in the attack of this villain, but finally he was captured by All Might, and this strange creature that appeared out of nowhere. Who it is, and what it is doing now, we do not know. Ichigo fell to the ground asleep. 3 hours passed when Ichigo's phone rang. Ichigo: Dad, what happened? Ishin: that's what I asked you, where you were. Ichigo: I'll tell you when I get home. Ishin: hurry up, Menteiko Karasure will prepare. Ichigo: I'll be right there. Ichigo got up and left a note for Inoue. Ichigo walked to his house. When he entered, he sees his dad. Ishin: Ichigo. He was going to hit him, but Ichigo dodged him. Ishin: Iti, why did you dodge me? Ichigo: you didn't teach me to dodge you since I was born. Ishin: that's true, and you will tell me why you were in Camino. Ichigo: I had to take care of some matters as well, as you noticed. Ishin: I fought against white, so your disguise was not very efficient. Ichigo: for you guys, if you wanted to go unnoticed by the police and the heroes. Ishin: well, no problem, lunch is ready. Everyone sit down. Yuzu: how is it going at Hero School Niken? Ichigo: good Yuzu, everything is good, and how are you doing in high school? Yuzu: good, everyone is good. Ichigo: I'm glad, and you Karen, how are you doing? Karen: well, the soccer team is small, but with my help we will win. Ichigo: I don't doubt that. So everyone finished lunch. Ishin: Ichigo, do you want to train for a while? Ichigo: train what? Ishin: I had a training room made. Ichigo: okay, let's go. Ishin, Ichigo, Yuzu, and Karen entered where a butler was waiting for them. Butler: sir, you're going to use the hall. Ishin: yes, prepare everything. Butler: right away, sir. Ishin: just the katanas. Butler: understood, sir. The butler will bring the katanas. Ishin: ready? Ichigo: yes. They both launched themselves at each other. Isshin, always keep your guard up. Isshin tried to attack him, but Ichigo moved to the side and tried to cut him, but Isshin quickly moved his katana and clashed with his. Isshin, you thought you would give your father that easy? Ichigo, you're not right. Isshin, come with everything. Both of them launched themselves against them. Outside the mansion were arriving All Might Aizawa and Director Nizu. Butler, yes, it is offered to them. Nizu, we came to talk to young Kurosaki. Butler, they are training now, but they are from UA, right? Aizawa, that's right. Butler, come in, they are in the training room. The three pass and follow the butler. Upon arriving, they see Ichigo training with Isshin. Isshin, when your opponent has his guard up, try to disable him from another side. Ichigo sneaked away and tried to cut him, but Isshin made him back off and they continued. Isshin, we may have lost our powers, but we must never forget what we were. Ichigo, we agree on that. Director Nizu, All Might, and Aizawa watched this in awe of the speed and force of the clash of swords. All Might, how fast. Aizawa, those are real katanas, don't you think it's dangerous? Nizu, well, not for them. Ichigo jumped and Isshin had dodged it. Both had backed away and were face to face. Both put away their katana. Isshin, you've learned enough, but you still need to improve. You will train with me here whenever you can. Ichigo, okay, Dad. Ichigo saw Director Nizu, Aizawa, and All Might watching them. Ichigo, All Might, Aizawa Sensei, Director Nizu, what are you doing here? All Might, Kurosaki Shounen, we have come to talk to you and your dad. Isshin, well, let's go to the living room. Ichigo had approached All Might to shake his hand. All Might, Texas Smash. All Might was going to hit him. Ichigo, mindy, I can't dodge it, he wants to reprimand me for having appeared with just reason. Ichigo received the blow. All Might, I told you to be careful, the first thing I tell you and the first thing you do. Ichigo gets up. All Might, but still, thank you. All Might hugs him and Ichigo hugs him back. Isshin, okay, let's go to the room. Yuzukaren, come too. Everyone arrived at the room. Director, well, Kurosaki Shounen would like to know what he was doing in Camino. Ichigo, he was helping a friend when what happened. Director, and how did he use that suit? Ichigo, let's tell what happened. Aizawa Sensei must know everything about All Might's quirk. All Might, you're right. All Might proceeds to tell Aizawa everything. Aizawa, AAA, and I thought I wouldn't have any more problems. Ichigo, well, do you remember what All Might told you about my past? All Might, yes. Ichigo, well, one of them, a great friend, helped me build this. Ichigo goes to his room for his backpack. When he comes down, he takes out the mask and puts it on, showing his costume. Aizawa, not up close if it's scary. Director, and what's your friend's name? Ichigo, Urahara Kisuke. Director, you are the smartest person alive, but Urahara is also smart, believe me, without your inventions he couldn't have survived. Director, interesting, I would like to meet you someday. Ichigo, I think the same. Director, and the syringe you used to make All Might recover. Ichigo, my friend's invention too. Aizawa, not even Recovery Girl could cure him. Ichigo, I don't deny Recovery Girl's power to heal, but believe me, when my friend becomes a professional doctor, she will revolutionize everything that can be done in medicine. Aizawa, your friend is? Ichigo, she's from Karakura High School, she's finishing this year and is preparing to enter university. Aizawa, I see. All Might, what are we here for, Mr. Kurosaki? Isshin, tell me. Director, with everything that's been happening with the villain's attack on UA and the problems to ensure the well-being of the students, we have decided that they come to UA to live. We have advanced security that can ensure them. Isshin, Director, teachers, the decision is not mine. I have been training Ichigo since he was 5 years old. I know very well that he can defend himself. The decision is his, not mine. Ichigo, Yuzu. Yuzu, I don't want Anakin to leave. Ichigo, Yuzu, I'm not going to leave. I'll just be a few kilometers away. I promise I'll come to dinner every day and we'll play like always. It's okay. Yuzu hugged Ichigo, as did Karen. Ichigo, you know I love you with all my being, little sisters. Yuzu was crying and Karen had a few tears coming out. They calmed down and then accepted. Director, well, with that decided, we'll wait for you tomorrow, Kurosaki shounen. He will be assigned a room on the 6th floor. Ichigo, no problem, Director. Director, yes. Ichigo, since my room will be on the 6th floor, I could remodel it. Director, of course, no problem. Ichigo, thank you. Director, well, we are leaving, we must go to the houses of other students. Ishin, I will accompany you. That's how the day passed. Narrator, the next day, everyone was arriving at UA with suitcases and everything to begin our new stage. Chapter 14, Moving to the Dorm. Ichigo stood with his companions outside the entrance of what would be their new home. Aizawa, for now, I'm glad we were able to gather Class 1A. Siro, everyone was able to come ha. Hagakure, and I had problems. Jairu, that's normal. Ojiro, both of them were directly affected by it. Tsuyu, we were able to gather thanks to the teachers. When I saw the conference I thought we would lose them. Aizawa, I was surprised too, I'm sure they had problems. Talk about the dorms, but first we should focus on granting provisional licenses, what we were thinking of giving them at camp. Sato, yes, they talked about that. Mina, so many things happened that I forgot. Aizawa, it's important. Listen, Kirishima, Yayorozu, Todoroki, Ojiro, Lita, Kurosaki, those 6 went that night to save Bakugo. Tsuyu, Kero. Everyone was stiff. Aizawa, their reactions tell me that at least they were informed. I will put aside several issues and say this. If it weren't for All Might's retirement, I would have expelled everyone except Bakugo, Midoriya, Jairu, and Hagakure, the 6 who went, but also the 11 who knew and were not stopped. They betrayed our trust regardless of the reason. I would appreciate it if they followed the procedures and acted well to regain that trust. It's all good. Let's train, cheer up. Everyone, wait a minute, how are we going to do it? Everyone was down except Ichigo. Bakugo looked at Kirishima with his head down. Bakugo, hey, come on. Kaminari, what the hell? Bakugo grabbed Kaminari and took him behind a sturdy man, and when he let them see him. Kaminari, wait. Everyone was laughing. Bakugo, I heard Kirishima 10. Bakugo shows him, I'll say. Kirishima, and you extorted that money from them. Bakugo, no, it's my money, you used your allowance, right? Kirishima, yes, how did you find out that I bought night vision glasses? Bakugo, if you try to save on everything I'll feel bad, act like an idiot as always. Bakugo walked to the dorms. Kaminaro, yeah. Jairu, ha, Kaminari. Ichigo watched this with a smile. Kaminari, wade away. Kaminari jumped, making everyone laugh. Aizawa, each dorm houses a class. The girls on the right and the boys on the left, but the first floor is the common area. On this floor there is the kitchen, bathrooms, and laundry room. Everyone, oh. Siro, it has a patio. Mina, how big I clean a sofa. Uraraka, it's like a mansion. Uraraka falls to the ground. Lita, Uraraka-kun. Mineta, my ears are deceiving me, the bathrooms and laundry room are in the common area, is it a dream? Aizawa, it is separated by hex, it would be better to take care of yourself. Mineta, yes sir. Aizawa, the rooms are upstairs, there are 4 rooms per 6th on each floor, 5 in total, everyone has their own room, they are equipped with air conditioning, bathroom, refrigerator and closets. Midoriya, they have great balconies. Momo, they are the size of the closets in my house. Uraraka, it's a mansion. Uraraka falls again. Lita, Uraraka-kun. Aizawa, we already placed the belongings that were sent before, so unpack for today. Tomorrow I will tell you what will happen, that's all. Leave. Everyone, yes sensei. Have you passed the day? It was already night. Kirishima, I'm tired. Sro, Kirishima, you finally finished unpacking. Midoriya, good job. Kaminari, it wasn't very good to end like this, but it's exciting to live together, don't you think? Midoriya, yes. Lida, living together is training to learn cooperation and discipline. Kirishima, you're excited, Lida. Mina, they finished with their rooms. Kaminari, yes, we relaxed. Mina, the girls were talking. Hagakure, and we have an idea. Mina, do we do a room presentation contest? All the men froze. Midoriya, Kwade no, wait. The first room they entered was Midoriya's. Girls, oh. Mina, there are many All Might. Uraraka, a geek's room. Midoriya, it's because I admire him so much, how embarrassing. Kaminari, they started with something terrible. Zero, but it's fun. The next room they went to was Tokoemi's. Tokoemi, nonsense. Toakami stood at the door, the girls pushed him and entered. Girls, how black, how scary. Tokoemi, idiots. Kirishima, ooh, I bought this keychain in high school. Mina, boys like these things, don't they? Tokoemi, go away. Midoriya sees something. Midoriya, it's a cool sword. Tokoemi, get out. The next room was Aoyama's. Everyone, how brilliant. Oyama, no, it's not brilliant, Deslum. The girls left. Hagakure, I guess that's what I expected. Mina, completely. Uraraka, this is fun. They went through all the rooms like this until they reached the 6th floor. When they arrived, they saw Ichigo running towards the exit. Ichigo, sorry I'm running late. Ichigo ran towards the exit of UA. When he left. Uraraka, maybe we shouldn't. Bakugo, since you woke me up to see my room, let's go inside. When they entered. Uraraka, wow, how nice, and look at those PCs. Bakugo, it has League of Legends, it must be a lot of money. Midoriya, Kaken, look. Bakugo sees well and realized he was in Masters. Bakugo, Nani. Momo, it has a good view of the city, but the 6th floor was the biggest because it was just this small room. Sato, look, there's a door. When they enter, they are surprised to see what's there. Kirishima, it's huge. Todoroki, not only that, the walls are reinforced, it gives it more resistance. Zero, how could you know? Todoroki throws fire towards the ceiling, but it only had a black spot that disappeared. Lie, I can't believe what that could be. They see a myth with a sliding door. Uraraka, it's the same as the Japanese Todoroki. Midoriya, look, Ichigo also has swords. Tokoemi, they're not swords, they're katanas. Momo, look, there's a painting here. Todoroki, here's another one. Uraraka, they must be his friends from high school. Zero, it's true, Ichigo turns 18 this year. Mineta, and who is the girl with the black hair? Kaminari, she's here in another photo, just them. Momo grabs the photo and sees something written behind the frame. Momo, there's something written here. Everyone approaches, and when they turn around they read it. Ichigo, maybe I'm not good at saying what I feel and I'm a little abrupt. Mina, a little? They all laughed. Ichigo, but I think that's because since I was little I couldn't be normal, the murder of my mother, how lost I was for years, all that until I met you, you made my world change completely, the battles, the laughter, the suffering, all those moments I spent with you were the most beautiful of my life. But now we won't be able to see each other anymore, maybe for you more time will pass, but for me it's an eternity without being by your side. Everyone listened as Momo read this, amazed, some sad and others amazed. Ichigo, I will always love you, shorty. The girls cried. Kirishima, it's a love letter or a farewell letter. Uraraka, I think it's both, but still, not seeing each other again is sad. Bakugo, let's get out of here already. Everyone left Ichigo's room and went down to the common room. Uraraka, excuse me guys, before you go to sleep can you come here for a moment? Everyone followed her outside. Kirishima, Uraraka, where are we? Tsuyu was outside. Uraraka, Tsuyu-chan said she wanted to tell you something. Tsuyu, I can't help but say everything that's on my mind, but there are times when I don't know what to say. Remember what I told you at the hospital. Flashback. Tsuyu, breaking the rules is the same as acting like villains. Todoroki, yes, we remember. Tsuyu, I hardened my heart and said bad things. Uraraka touches him on the shoulder. Uraraka, Tsuyu-chan. Tsuyu, even so, when I heard about this morning I was surprised. I thought I was, and I felt disappointed and upset. Tsuyu broke down. Tsuyu, I don't know what to say. I didn't think I could have fun with the others, but that made me very sad. That's why I wanted to tell you, even if I couldn't find the words to be able to talk and have fun with you again. Tsuyu cried more. Then someone enters through the entrance of the alliance. Uraraka, Ichigo. Ichigo. Baka, if you felt that way you should have told us. For a reason, we are friends. It shouldn't have been hard for you and everyone to have left just like that, but don't worry, it was a hasty decision, and you were just trying to keep us from getting hurt, right? Ichigo approaches Tsuyu and puts his head on her chest. Ichigo, arigato Tsuyu-chan. Tsuyu was crying on Ichigo's chest but looks at his face. Ichigo, you were there for us, so let's do our best to regain happiness and get everything back to normal. Tsuyu cried even more, and everyone saw this moved. Ichigo, mind, I didn't think about the feelings of others. From now on I will be more aware of that. Chapter 15 Special Attacks and the Test. 4 months had passed. In these months Class 1A was studying and preparing for the test. They also traveled on vacation to Island, where they met David Shield and Melissa Shield, and now they were back in class. Aizawa, well, today I will have the help of 3 teachers. That's when Ectoplasm, Cementos, and Midnight enter. Aizawa, for the test you will have to come up with special attacks. Everyone celebrated. They went to training camp B. Everyone started practicing, and Ichigo was thinking. Ichigo, mind, I thought a lot about this movement. It will be time to put it into practice. Ichigo took out the katon from his waist and concentrated his strength. Ichigo, before I could move my sword and generate this, but that was thanks to strength and my spiritual energy, but now with one for all maybe I can too. Ichigo was practicing for 1 hour. Until finally it came out. Mina, wow, what was that? Ichigo, it worked. All Might, who had arrived, had seen that movement. All Might, mind, he has an innate talent for battle. I feel that there is nothing I can teach him. In that Ichigo sees him and falls to the ground. Ichigo, All Might, can I ask him something? All Might, yes, of course. Ichigo, you have always used only your fists in your attacks, right? All Might, yes. Ichigo, and you have used other parts of your body before? All Might, few times, but to jump or propel myself I used my legs. Ichigo, I have it, thanks All Might. All Might, mind, it is progressing very quickly. Aizawa, well, if you want to configure your suits you can go to the support room. Professor Power Loader will help you. Ichigo arrived, and when he got to the door it moved quickly since it had exploded. Hatsum. Ichigo, Io Hatsum. Hatsum, Ichigo has been like this for a while. Ichigo, okay, I want you to configure my suit a bit. Hatsum, like you need. Ichigo, some sneakers that help me use my legs faster. Hatsum, of course it happens. I spend 1 day the next day. Aizawa, okay, present your powers. Tokoemi, dark shadow envelopes me. Dark, yes. Tokoemi, dark shadow envelopes me, giving me better fighting and defense power. I call it Abyssal Dark Shadow. Bakugo, AP shot. Bakugo concentrated his explosion power in a single point, and it exploded in such. Bakugo, Jaja, I did it. In that a piece of cement was about to fall on All Might. Bakugo, I heard you were careful. Aizawa was going to move, but Ichigo jumped. Ichigo, 1 for all, full calling shoot style. All Might, so you did it. Ichigo fell to the ground. Kaminari, that was amazing. Kirishima, yeah, how did you do it? Everyone talked until the next day, which was the test. Inasa, hello Yue. Izuku, and they are from Shiketsu. Izuku, The Western Academy that rivals UA Shiketsu. Aizawa, he is. Mina, sensei knows him. Aizawa, it is Inasa Yoroshi took the UA exam and passed, but he refused to enter. It seems he got into Shiketsu. Ichigo looked at the girl. Aizawa, well, they'll be alone for now, so. Aizawa. Aizawa, or not. Aizawa, hey, joke. Joke, let's get married. Everyone nabbed 3. Aizawa, no. Joke, ha 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 ha, for a moment I thought ha ha ha. Izuku, Ms. Joke, the heroine who saves people and catches villains, making them laugh. Ichigo, you have a lot of information. Izuku started talking quickly in several words. Aizawa, if you're here, I imagine your academy entered. Joke, there they come. Hurry up, Shindo. Shindo, I'm coming, Tatame. Aizawa, they are from Class 1A of Ketsubutsu Academy. Ms. Joke, you were investigating us. Does that mean you want me? Let's get married. Aizawa, no. Shindo, hello, it's a pleasure, Class 1 of UA. Shindo greeted everyone by shaking their hands. Tatame, you must be Shoto Todoroki. I saw you on television at the sports festival. How exciting to meet you, give me your autograph. Ichigo, don't be too confident. I don't like you guys being so friendly. Bakugo, are they? Todoroki, wolves in sheep's clothing. Ichigo, most likely they have already planned something against Class 1A, and with the sports festival they know everything about us. It's better to be careful. Aizawa, go inside, they will explain everything to you. Class 1A entered. Izuku, there are many. Uraraka, there are many. Mera, pay attention, I'm Mera from the Public Safety Commission of Heroes. I like to sleep. Rem, nice to meet you. I've been so busy that I don't sleep much. We have few staff. I'm sleepy. With that conviction, I will give you your guidance. The content of the matter is your license. The truth is the 1540 participants will have to win a free exercise. Ciro, seriously, that doesn't say much. Mera, they say that our society is saturated with heroes, and since Stain was arrested, many have doubts about their current status. Well, as a private citizen, it doesn't matter the motivation, telling someone to risk their life for another if compensation is the cruel history of this modern era, but well be it for compensation. Loyalty or courage, the result of many heroes working to help people and defeat villains, is that now, the time from when an incident occurs until it is resolved is so short that it makes me sick. Everyone will receive their provisional license and will be launched into that maelstrom. Those who can't stand that speed will have a bad time, so we will test the speed. The first 100 to meet the requirements will pass. Momo, there are 1540 taking the exam. Didn't they say that half would pass? Tsuyu, so less than 1% will pass. Jairu, now I'm more nervous. Mera, well, a lot of things happened in the world, and well, there's luck in that anyway. These are the requirements. You can have 3 of those targets on your body. It can be anywhere as long as it's in sight. It can't be in the armpits or the soles of your feet. You will also have 6 of these balls. The targets will light up when you hit them with these balls, and if all 3 light up, they are out. It will count as a loss. If you light up your 3rd target, you will move on to the next round by defeating 2 people. Those are the rules. Well, when we open, we will give you the balls and the targets, and you will start 1 minute after reaching everyone. Shoto, open? Where the ceiling and walls were, they begin to open. Mera, there must be some terrain that you like or not. Use your gifts. Well, 6, try hard as it may be. We arrange that the terrain will be announced like this, but it is unnecessary because of this. My dream is I hope everything is fast to go to rest as soon as possible. In the stands. Ms. Joke, I can't believe you have more than 20 students because you didn't expel anyone. Aizawa, because I saw potential. Ms. Joke, you like those students, right? Although it is better that they prepare for tradition. In the field, Class 1A Bakugo, Kurishima, Kaminari, Todoroki, and Ichigo had separated. Izuku, all together. Shindo, I have them. UA. Shinso, Tatama, and several students had approached to eliminate them. Ms. Joke, don't you think they are at a disadvantage? Aizawa, if I believed that, I would not have let them do this test. Besides, we had planned this, so go, we are prepared. Izuku, Nawa. From behind them came Ichigo, Bakugo, Todoroki, Kurishima, and Kaminari, countering the attack and approaching the others. Ichigo, we will not fall. Chapter 16 End of the Test. Class 1A had repelled the ambush and were preparing to fight Ketsubutsu Academy. In the stands, Ms. Joke, we knew they would have a contingency plan. Shindo, earthquake. Shinso touched the ground and several vibrations began to come out of them and separated the entire Class 1A. Ichigo, do not worry, take care of your opponents, and we will be among the finalists, I trust you. Ichigo was alone since he had been sent to a district but dark area. Ichigo, I'd better move. 2 hours passed and all of Class 1A had passed the round. Mera, good, prepare for the final test. Everyone was receiving instructions. Mera, begin. The test consisted of rescuing the citizens and repelling the attack of the villains who in this test were Gang Orca and his henchmen. Ichigo and the others managed to repel Gang Orca and evacuate everyone. Mera, these are the 100 who passed. The entire Class 1A had passed, those from Shiketsu and Ketsubutsu and even more students. Mera, those who did not pass, do not be discouraged, you can try again in 1 month, get ready now to sleep. Mera fell asleep while a guard carried him and took him away. Mineta, we all passed. Todoroki, by almost, and I did not pass. Kirishima, just like Bakugo, how did you manage to convince them and pass? Bakugo just turned his gaze and left. They all returned to UA. Upon returning, Ichigo goes up to his room, takes a shower and falls asleep. When he wakes up he hears his door ring. Ichigo comes out and sees that it was Izuku and Bakugo. Ichigo, something happened. Bakugo, we can talk. Ichigo, of course I passed. Izuku, not here at the training camp. Ichigo, well, I'm going there. Izuku and Bakugo moved to the field and Ichigo changed and left too. When Ichigo arrived at the field he saw them standing. Ichigo, is everything okay? Izuku, we want you to answer us something. Ichigo, go ahead and ask. Bakugo, what do you have to do with All Might? Ichigo, what do you mean? Izuku, what do you have to do with All Might? Ichigo, he's our teacher, right? He helps us improve. Izuku, that's not what we mean. If you don't want to tell us, we'll get it out of you. Bakugo, with blows. Bakugo and Izuku launched themselves at him. Ichigo, mind impulsive children. Ichigo stepped back to defend himself. The moment he touched Ichigo, they jumped with their explosion and pyrokinesis powers, making Ichigo move faster. Bakugo, AP shot. Izuku, Kariona. Both attacks were towards Ichigo, who moved his legs dodging the attack. Ichigo, they should calm down a bit. Bakugo, what do you have to see? Izuku, tell us. They fought for 10 minutes until Bakugo and Izuku fell to the ground tired. Ichigo, because you want to know. Bakugo / Izuku, because we made All Might retire. Ichigo, it wasn't his fault, All Might is fine, and if he ever retired, but now he will help students to become heroes as great as him. They want to know what I am with respect to All Might. Izuku, yes. Ichigo, I am his successor, the power of All Might. His quirk was transferred to me, and with that All Might was only left with the embers that he finally ran out of when he defeated the villain in Camino. Bakugo, you are that creature that appeared. Ichigo took out a mask from his back and put it on. Ichigo, it's a disguise that allows me to hide and no one knows who I really am. Then All Might arrives. All Might, they're okay. Ichigo, we're fine, All Might, we just came to chat for a while, All Might, just as you shared your secret with me and your companions, I also did the same. Izuku and Bakugo know the truth and I trust that they will keep the secret. Bakugo, we won't say anything. Izuku, we promise. Ichigo, okay, now go to your dorms. Bakugo and Izuku moved. Ichigo, All Might, can I ask you something? All Might, yes, tell me, ask me. Ichigo, would you consider killing a person, correct? All Might stood stiff. Ichigo, previously, heroes killed without retaliation in the Dark Age, but since the modern era began, only some are allowed to do so. All Might, what are you getting at? Ichigo, If Shigaraki gets out of control, it would be fine if I killed him. All Might, you've killed before, right? Ichigo, yes, well, as far as it can be said, it wasn't humans, but I have killed before. All Might, I'd be lying to you if I told you that I've never thought about it, and I've never done it, because if I did, it was when I faced All for One the first time. I thought I had killed him, but see that his face was all destroyed by me. I thought I had killed him, and I even lived well with that. Ichigo, I understand. All Might, my two teachers Nana Shimura and Gran Torino had to kill the villains in the Dark Era. Ichigo, I understand. All Might, I decided not to do it so that people would see me as a symbol of peace, but I have tried to do it. Ichigo, if the time comes, I will have to do it. All Might, I'm afraid so, but there is a long way to go. Ichigo, I must be prepared. All Might, I found out that your birthday is in days. Ichigo, oh yes, my dad wants to have a big party for my 18th birthday. I'll send you the invitation by mail. I'm going to rest now. Thanks for everything, All Might. Ichigo returned and entered his room, but not before being scolded by Aizawa. 3 days passed where Ichigo was in his room at home getting ready. When he finished, he went down and saw all his guests. There was his father, his sisters, his friends, Class 1A and their parents, the UA teachers, the UA director All Might Ishida and Ryukin. Ishin, thank you all for coming to celebrate this important day for my son. Today he becomes an adult, a man. Ichigo, thank you all for coming. I hope you have fun. Ichigo went down and greeted everyone one by one. Ichigo, Uncle Ryukin Ishida, it's good to see you. Ryukin, I wouldn't miss your birthday for anything. Ichigo. Ishida, besides, did you invite everyone? Ichigo, was it my father who wanted to do all this? Hehe. Inoue, Kurosaki-kun, how have you been? Ichigo, good. Inoue, how have you been? There are only 2 months left until graduation. Inoue, if that's true, then you'll be right. Ichigo, I wouldn't miss it for anything. Chad, congratulations. Ichigo. Ichigo, thanks Chad. I heard you entered professional heavyweight boxing. Chad, yes. Ichigo, do your best. Chad and Ichigo fist bumped. Ichigo, come on, I'll introduce you to my class. Ichigo and his friends followed him as Ryukin approached Ishin. Ryukin, Ishin. Ishin, Ryukin. They shake hands. Ryukin, how are you doing? Ishin, good as far as not having my powers goes. Ryukin, well, a walk after dying decided to do that, not to take away your powers and Ichigo's. Ishin, lose at least now the Quinces can finish off the hollows. Ryukin, I admit that was a good gesture from the spiritual king. Ishin, I think so. With Ichigo. Uraraka, Kurosaki-kun, congratulations. Yue, congratulations. Ichigo, thank you all. Nizu, young Kurosaki, how happy you are now of age. Aizawa, congratulations, but don't think that because you are an adult you will have less responsibilities, you will have more. Ichigo, lose Aizawa-sensei. Aizawa smiled. All Might, congratulations Kurosaki Shounen. Ichigo, thank you All Might. Ishida, and Ichigo. Ichigo, what happened? Ishida, could you get me an autograph from All Might? Ichigo, are you a fan of All Might? Ishida, it's not for me, it's for Inoue. Ichigo, fine, I'll tell him All Might. All Might, what's up? Ichigo, there's someone who wants to meet you. Ichigo and All Might approach Inoue. All Might, hello, you must be Miss Oriheim. Inoue, Ichigo told me that you are his best friends. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Inoue, All Might, the pleasure is mine. All Might takes out a pen and signs Inoue's notebook. Inoue, arigato, sorry to bother you. All Might, it's no bother. If a fan needs an autograph, I'll give it to them. Director, let's go get a drink. Inoue, thanks Ichigo. Ichigo, don't thank me, thank Ishida, he was the one who asked me. You have a great boyfriend. Inoue, and why aren't you with anyone? Ichigo, you already know why. I would like to break the rules and return to Soul Society and see her, but if I do I put my family in danger. Inoue, Ichigo. Ichigo, don't worry, I'll be fine. Don't worry. Ichigo spent his birthday with his family and friends. When everything was over at night, Ichigo visited the cemetery alone. Ichigo, hello, Mom. Ichigo, I know I haven't been here much, and I'm sorry I've been busy. No, that's not an excuse for me not to come see you. I'm sorry. I hope wherever you are you're okay. I love you and I miss you. If you were with me this would be easier, but I promise I'll be the hero you would have wanted me to be. I'll come more often now, Mom. Ichigo leaves the flowers and walks away. In the center of the city below in the basement a bunker was open in which appears. It was Yawach sitting while on his back he had several tubes. One of his arms was missing and on his chest several machines were joining him. Yawach, enjoy your momentary peace, Shinigamis and humans. I will be born again, ha 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 ha. End of the first season.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.